Welcome back to RPG Limit Break 2025. Very happy to have all of you still riding with us at this glorious hour. But without further ado, enough has been said by me. I have the great pleasure to kick you over to dowolf running a game, Maka Maka. I will let them take it away. Go ahead, my friend.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Good evening.
Morning.
Good time. Whatever time it is for you right now, guess what? Congratulations. It is Maka Maka time. We are going to be running 0.194771%. And I know what you're thinking, dowolf. You can't have a 9 in an octal number. What are you doing? And I got one person to laugh. I'll take it. And we'll explain this in due time. But let's first introduce my wonderful cast. So you have me, dowolf.
You have me, Shentok, over here.
Tigerion.
And GhostKumo.
Yep. We will be, this is basically story time with dowolf and friends. That is basically what we're doing. First, we have to name everyone. So first of all, name the protagonist. We don't have access to English characters, so we can't really do it as a bit incentive, but we can take a page from the Pokemon people and just name ourselves I. Just the, our girlfriend is, of course, going to be the love of our life. Our Hisatsuwaza, our special critical hit, is of course Ka I
She.
I like how this was one of the few things we actually practiced.
And yet I can't remember where no is in this stupid chart. Kaishi no
E.
Chi.
G.
Ga.
K.
There you are.
Ki.
Key.
Oh my god.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Good call. Don't want to forget that. And then our name is, of course, going to be 0194771. So what did we just do there? We have activated a debug code. We no longer have random encounters, which is important because we need to finish this run in hopefully under 3 hours.
I want to start the timer.
Oh yeah, sorry. Start the timer. Yes, that is an important. I'm sorry. I swear I've done runs before. Anyways, yeah. So, who wants to start us off? Fine, I'll start.
I was gonna say I can do whatever. So I'll wait for the text box to show
Got
up.
it. Okay.
Lord Maka Maka, all preparations are complete. We have followed your orders to the letter. It is a matter of time until we, the Maka Maka, conquer the world.
The world
Will bow before Maka Maka. Long live Maka Maka. Hip hip hooray. Go forth, soldiers of Maka Maka.
Yeah, so that's basically what we got in store for you all today. We are going to be doing a dramatic. This game is in Japanese, but we have an English script, and we are going to be doing a incredibly dramatic reading of that script. Mommy, what's for dinner? Today we're having truffle sauce pork saute a la Milanese and radish vegetable pie.
It'll be a real feast, you know. Your mother cooks the best in the world.
Ho, 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 ho.
Heyo, got a love letter here. Love letter from your girlfriend, L.
Are you well, MC? It's such a cheerful day today. Not a cloud in the sky. I cannot wait for our date this Sunday. L.
Got an emergency here. Total emergency. Ah! What's wrong? What happened?
Son, it is I, your father. Lightning struck our house, and the next thing we knew, we've been turned into this. Whoa, I want to be human again.
It's I, your mother. You're the only one I can rely on. Do something. I want to be a human again. Is everything all right? It looked like a lightning bolt just struck. What? Oh my gosh, are they your mom and dad? Oh, what an awful way to go. Main character, you have to do something about this fast.
No one else is gonna step up.
Okay, so, yeah, as you can see, our parents have just been turned into amoebae. amoebas? I don't actually know what the hell the plural is. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to immediately raid the gold stash located conveniently below our house. We now have 9 stacks of gold. Then we need to talk to our girlfriend because her dad is important. I don't know. And thankfully, we can just sort of walk through walls to get to her. Yeah. So let's go.
Oh, home. Yusuke, the Hilnya, told me what happened. Your mom and dad need help, right? My father, Dr. Prescal, might know how to turn your mom and dad back to normal, but he just left for the airport. There's an emergency World Science Conference, you see. Leave now. You should be able to catch him there.
How convenient.
How incredibly. Yeah, no, that, like, he must have just hauled it out of Dodge. But yeah, so now we are going to come all the way over to the tool shop up here, and we're going to sell that 9 bars of gold and get enough money for basically the entire run. I don't know why we had that much money just like literally buried under our house, but I don't know. That's how we do apparently.
It's the rainy day fund.
I mean, but it was thunder, not rain. Anyways, we're going to spend that money on 9 remote control cars, as you do. And we're also going to buy a pair of power wrists, which will be moderately useful later. So, head on down. So from here, we are going to be going on a bit of a trek to the overworld. As I mentioned, we turned on a debug code. That debug code deactivates random encounters. So normally we would have like 1,000 things to do on this world map, but instead we're just going to run at a very pace.
Yeah, Maka Maka was a game that they basically ran out of budget while making it, so it's very unfinished, and they couldn't really polish much of anything. So you saw right there, the amount of time it takes to actually load into this is very slow for an SFG
Oh, yeah.
game.
It is a cartridge-based game.
Yeah, this is Final Fantasy IX levels of load time, but we do have our next cutscenes coming up.
So then, everyone, I, Pascal, am off to the World Science Conference.
And then
Hey, do you have your boarding pass? Because we're not going to let anyone board without a boarding pass.
that's reasonable. Unfortunately, they have completely sold out of tickets here at the airport. Again, not sure how they have already sold out of tickets when this is an emergency flight chartered because of something that happened literally 2 minutes ago.
I mean,
But-
the lightning was a shocking development.
However, over here,
Howdy, I'm Johnny the Vagabond, a humble soul wandering here this world. Been all sorts of places, taking a free plane trip. Why, that's the kind of thing I could do in my sleep. Think I'm fitting? Then how about you get yourself in that box next to me? See, ain't nothing to it.
yeah. So, Metal Gear Solid, eat your heart out. This. So we've successfully snuck on board the plane. I really don't know what else to say about this particular cutscene, except for it moves very slowly.
I'll say it's going to be a running theme here.
Oh, yes. Anyway, so now that we're on board, yeah, that was him saying that it was ain't nothing to it. But we're going to go up the stairs, and then we're going to regret that decision immensely and go back down the stairs. And the reason we do that is because on this exact square, if we investigate, we can pick up the Kunyo Yaro Jumpa. What is that? That is an armor item that we're going to immediately equip, and it's going to give us a couple stats. So, as you can see, we just increased our stats by 270. So we are moderately powerful now. That is a debug item that they left it.
Oh, MC, save me, please.
We are the Maka Maka, and this very plane is a trap set to kidnap Dr. Pascal. We'll be taking him with us now.
Yeah, so in addition to giving us stats, we can also use the item in battle to deal about 800 damage to all enemies, which is a little more than their HP.
Only just a little.
Only just a little, yeah. So, yeah, it's a debug item. I believe it is connected to the debug code that we entered in. So we're going to have an easy time through the early game. The game is going to come back for us eventually, but...
Not bad. Guess it's time for me to take you on.
Yeah, so this would actually be pretty tough if we didn't have the debug item because we should have leveled up on the way over like twice because the encounter rate in this game is disgusting. But we did not.
Surprisingly, dowolf is not the first person to run this game.
No, well, we have another cutscene, but we can go into that in a second.
Oh, MC, bravo. What? What's going on? MC.
Yeah, okay, so our plane has directly been severed in twain somehow. I don't think this is how planes are supposed to work.
I do like they put in the effort to actually model the luggage area. They really put it. No effort was spared in the little effort that was put into this game.
I mean, what's really impressive here, though, is that the plane is traveling so fast as it crash lands that if you watch that front half of the plane, it went all the way around the world in the span of that cutscene. Just such incredible speed. No, really, no wonder it broke up. Anyways, we have our next lines now.
Oh, have you woken, Skyman? You came from the sky. King is calling for you. Come.
Yeah. And now, next thing you'll need to notice that this game can only move one sprite at a time, so we do have to take turns here. Really, we're just introducing the concept of sharing time.
Oh, welcome, Skyman. A legend has been passed down here since time immemorial that one day the legendary warrior will fall down from the sky and that he will be wedded to our princess. Then happiness will come to the man and the island both. My daughter, Princess Cynthia, is the prettiest woman on the island, and she is a true lady, as good-natured as well. Will you marry Cynthia?
We said no, initially. What? Is my daughter not good enough for you? Off with his head. Or you could rethink things over if you want. And then from there, let us commence the ceremony. Congratulations, Cynthia and Skyman. This will bring prosperity to our island. Now go to your room, you two, and enjoy a wonderful moment together.
I love you, darling.
Yeah, so we got married. Good start to the game. But now we've met Johnny again.
Phew, finally got out of the gosh darn tree. And whoa, but it ain't MC himself. It's me, Johnny the Vagabond. Fancy seeing you make it out of there in one piece too. What? You done got hitched? Now ain't that something? Things like this happen for a reason. How about I come along with?
So Johnny's joined the party, and we're going to celebrate by buying 16 maybe it was vases. Neither word sounds right to me, and I don't know if that's because of the hour or if it's just like I don't know what's going
They
on.
just say Tsuba. Clearly, I mean everyone knows.
I feel like the goal here is to give the run in English. I feel like that was our objective.
I mean, yeah, it is pretty jarring to be up at this hour. You agreed to this. I am going to make you suffer with me.
I didn't just agree to this. I bullied you into it. I have no one to blame but myself. Anyways, yeah, so this game was originally routed by some Japanese runners. I am not going to claim to have really added much of anything to the route. This is mostly what they've put into it. And we are... Well, our value add is that we are giving you this wonderful English script. Or I would like to believe it's wonderful.
It is absolutely fantastic.
But yeah, we have to climb the fire volcano, which is, again, this is like the first real dungeon of the game. Normally, we would be having lots of encounters on these staircases, but we have done away with those.
Despite how broken and unfinished this game can be in a lot of ways, there's very much became kind of a passion project.
Yeah.
I know how much I showed dowolf this cartridge in 2018 or 2019. He was just like, I need to play this game.
Yeah, no, it's just so silly. We were also playing with encounters on, so we didn't get very far in our like several hours of play. But like I think we were already past where we were back in 2019. But yeah, so we are next going to head up into a cave that is over hereabouts. There we are. So so we've basically learned that there's a firebird on top of the volcano. That firebird, there's something wrong with it. We don't really know what because we cannot speak firebird. But there is someone who can, and we are coming over to speak to her now. We're going to take the secret exit out of the cave because that's faster. We could potentially save time by stepping on a landmine and hoping that it poisons us. But I'm not going to go for that right here. I think we're just going to go straight on down.
I will thank you for mentioning that it was the secret entrance because at this point I would have assumed you just walked through a wall.
But we did walk through a wall. It's just you're supposed to walk through that wall. Unlike the wall to our girlfriend's house, which presumably we weren't supposed to walk through. I don't really know.
I feel like we were
Oh yeah,
supposed
and
to walk
I missed
through
my line.
it.
Very important line. Thank you. And unfortunately, we cannot speed up the level up. But I do like this jingle. It's a
It is a-
solid jingle.
So yeah, this game, like, as much as we make fun of it, like, there's great artwork. The music is really fun. Just the game as a whole. If you're playing it with the debug code, it's a fun time to just kind of have a little romp through.
Yeah,
this
no,
world.
I legitimately fell in love with this game. But, yeah. Got another cutscene coming up as soon as it loads. There we go.
Thank you for saving me. I'm Sarah. I was playing in the cave when those monsters surrounded me. Oh, please don't stare at my face so much. I know I'm ugly. Everyone says I'm the weirdest face on the island. I spend my days by myself, chatting with a firebird. You should come play with us. Bye.
Yeah, this is a 90s Japanese game, if you have not noticed. It is going to have the sense of humor of one. But, you know, I think there's a certain charm to that, so we're going to use one of our Mebius vases now. That is going to immediately teleport us to the exit of the dungeon. And then we can make our way over to the Firebird that we totally met before and totally knew that we were trying to, you know, find her friend. Also, they put a boat here, which is really convenient for getting back to the Fire Mountain.
Everybody look at me, I'm sailing on a boat. I saw an RPG Maker game that used that one time, and it was the funniest thing I'd ever
Did it actually like have that playing? Oh my
Yes.
goodness, that is
Fantastic.
wonderful.
I mean, they didn't make their own music, so what's more fitting?
Oh goodness. Okay, one-handing this is surprisingly hard.
Yes. Something to note, there have been runs of this game done with the encounter rate on, and they are like closer to 6 hours, I want to say, like at best.
Yeah, I am not quite sure what the total time of those runs are. I've honestly never been terribly interested in running them myself.
So yeah, having watched them, the kind of things you put on and then you come back later and you're like, wow, this is still going.
Yeah, but yeah, there is quite a bit of grinding to be done in a casual playthrough. So we do have another cutscene. Now that we're at the top of the mountain, we just need to come over here and talk to Sarah.
Hello again. Thanks for saving me earlier. Huh? You want to fly around on the Firebird's back? I'm sorry, but the Firebird hurt his wings. Can't fly anymore. Although the island's traditional relic herb could probably cure its wounds.
Oh, where can I get some of that?
The king hid it all. He was afraid that once you healed, all the islanders would leave for the outside world. I bet he put it all in the storeroom on the second story of the castle, but there's no way we'd get in there. They keep the storeroom under perfect lockdown.
Right then, sounds like it's time for me to go to work. I'll get myself right on down there and get things ready. Y'all wait for me around that second story storeroom.
Thank you so much. After all, the relica is all we need to cure the Firebird's wounds.
Yeah, so if you notice that Johnny left the party there, so if we had gotten the main character poisoned and not Johnny, and then the main character faints to poison, and when Johnny leaves the party, then we would have party wiped and been sent straight back to the castle. That's a small little time save, but whether or not you get poisoned is random, and also there's a chance of just screwing up and getting the wrong person poisoned and not noticing. So didn't worry about that for this, but thankfully the storeroom's just right up here. And once we come in, we're gonna have a nice little discussion with the guards.
Huh? How'd this box get here? The king's precious goods are supposed to be stay inside where it's safe. Let's put it away before the king finds out, or he'll never stop yelling at us. Wow!
Easier than sneaking into a box factory. That hypno bomb ought to keep him snoozing for a short while. Right, now's our chance.
I literally have no idea what that's supposed to be. I don't recall ever encountering anything like that in this game. But hey, we got the medicine. It is thankfully in the same chest every time. And then we will... it is so far away to walk out, and we move so slowly that we are going to burn a vase just to get out of the storeroom.
I can totally respect that.
And then we just need to make our way back to the Firebird. So we've we've walked up there a couple times already, so let's throw it over to our host, see if Palmer has anything to read for us.
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing I want to do is remind everybody and send a special shout out to the people over at our foreign language restreams. They are very active right now, I'm sure, with much good to say. And our French restream can be found at twitch.tv/LeFrenchRestream, and our Japanese restream at twitch.tv/Japanese_restream. If those restreams can help you better enjoy the marathon, please go check them out, send them some love. And they're currently pretty active. I know everybody's got a lot to say about Maka Maka. I know that I do.
Kind of want to pull up with a Japanese restream chat.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, are you pulling it up right now?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm actually a
goodness.
little bit curious
Okay.
what they have
Oh,
to
they're
say. It's
popping
moving
off.
quickly. I
Oh,
just can't
no.
read it.
We're almost there.
We do have that quick time save of just running through the side of the ladder. But yeah, anyways, this is the summit. So let's go ahead and use that relica on the Firebird.
What have you done to my body?
Whoopsies. Guess I mixed up my herbs.
Well, guess I just gotta deal with this. It's off the island you're wanting. Get up on my back.
MC, Johnny, I'll never forget how you saved me. Keep on helping people in the outside world, too.
A cute girl like you paying me a compliment like that, I reckon I must be red as an apple.
Cute? Me? Thank you so much. No one's ever called me cute before. Oh, I know. I'll thank you by making it so you can talk with animals. Just close your eyes for one moment.
The main character has learned Animalese.
It's that simple.
Yeah, I really just don't have words for this part of the game. But we do have a little bonus cutscene.
Okay, we're here. You can find a town in the southeast. You're gonna want to head there first. Now I got me a quick errand to run before I get it back to y'all, and best of luck to y'all.
Now, you might be wondering, what percentage of those sprites were intended and which were not? I have no idea. I assume they were all intentional, even when the legs like disconnected from the body. Anyway, so we're supposed to go to the town to the southeast, where we can find a scientist friend of Dr. Pascal, who tells us that part of the plane crash landed in the lake, but we can't get across the lake because the fisherman went off to get some croquets and no one's heard from him since. So we need to come over here to Gourmet. I'm pretty sure this is Gourmet Town. I'm pretty sure that's literally what it's called. Where we have a cutscene.
Are these like dandelion people?
Help me.
Don't worry. We'll make sure you're nice and crispy. Our guest's hungry and waiting.
Yeah, so those are not dandelions. Those are croquettes with legs.
Oh.
That's definitely what they are. Definitely not some sort of eldritch abomination. Please wipe all memory of Cthulhu Saves Christmas from your memory.
Welcome to our restaurant. We're proud of our exquisite croquettes. Please let me show you in, and may I recommend that before dinner you purify your bodies in the holy spring we have here.
And now we've been fully healed, which is kind of nice.
I mean, they said it was a holy spring. Why would you not believe
I'll
them?
be happy to take you to your table.
Again, only the entire party thankfully can move as one, but that's all we got. I have nothing to do with this movement speed.
Beautiful.
Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so we've been asked to wait here. Now, the good news is that we're secretly cats and will always land on our feet.
Ha ha ha! Idiots! The only thing being fried tonight is the two of you! Croquettify!
It's got a nice jingle.
Princess Gourmet, your croquettes are ready.
My, they look so delicious. They must be fresh out of the oven. It's not an oven. That's a deep fryer.
And that's not a tongue. So you don't see anyone of us commenting on that.
Look, we got important things to think about.
That was probably on me for using the wrong word, and I probably shouldn't have used that.
Oh, no, I don't blame you. I'm pretty sure it says oven in the original.
It says oven here.
I mean, it definitely says oven in the script that I have made for us. Yes. Anyways, first we got to talk to this croquette's legs, and only the legs. We can't talk to any other part of her.
Help me, Colm. I'm stuck.
Who the blueberry blazes are you?
I'll tell you later. Just get me down from here.
Whoa, what was that?
Achoo!
Mink, it's me, Elle. I missed you so much. When I heard that my daddy, Dr. Pascal, had been kidnapped, I left home as soon as I could. We have to do something, which means first, we need to get out of here.
And now she's joined our party.
Yeah, so we now have 3 characters, but we only have 1 broken debug item. Little unfortunate. So really, main character is going to be carrying this. Yeah.
I mean, he is wearing the main character jacket.
Yeah, but Johnny's wearing a cardboard box. And I really feel like the cardboard box is superior in armor to everything else.
It is a solid choice.
I felt like I took a long... felt like I took a wrong turn, but I in fact did not, so let's go. I love how fast they all jump in after how slow we've been walking. But now we're going to meet Masa.
Bonjour, I am Chef Masa, and I am on a journey to become the greatest chef in the world. I knew there would be dangers. What's this happening here in the famous gourmet town of Taglia? The horror.
Did have a real name. I completely forgot that.
You even wrote it down.
I did. I did everything right except for remember. And
I'm Taki, a senile old fool, spends his days raising fish in Lake Terra. But I thought I still had enough brains to be able to buy a few croquettes without becoming one myself.
yeah. So this is entirely a dungeon, as you can probably guess. Normally we're getting a million encounters here. There's a glitch that happens sometimes. I'm not actually sure what triggers it, but let's see if we get it. Yes, we got it. Okay, so the game is it just decided not to draw the bottom couple of rows of the screen. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that is absolutely beautiful.
I say, but collision is still there.
Oh, yeah, no, the sprites are all there, collision's there. It's just yeah, I don't really know. So that happens more often than not, but I have not really sure why. Okay, I need to oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. If I just open that up, it will tell me what is that? Oh, I know what that sound is.
Don't think about it.
Not thinking.
I never think.
Good strategy, especially for the next couple hours. Hi, how dare you sneak a glimpse underneath my dress? I'll tear you limb from limb.
Okay, so this is a boss battle. I swear this is a boss battle. You can tell because of the boss battle music. Not that you've heard the normal battle music. And it's down. Yeah, debug. I mean, we have all these level ups. That does seem like a cause for celebration. Yeah.
We're going to be listening to the jingle for a bit, so that's the
No,
celebration.
we're actually free already.
Oh, nice.
That was fast.
My only regret is that I didn't need more croquettes.
Phew, you're a lifesaver. You must remember me. I am Masa, the man journeying to be the greatest chef in the world. I don't know, it's German. It seems that my wife, she is very sick. Alas, I must go back to her in the town of Tiramisu, but I owe you so much. Please, you must come to my shop. I will see you there, yes?
You have saved me from a terrible plight. I am Taki, the raiser of fish. I need to actually look at the screen for a second. I know anything and everything about that lake. The children must be waiting. I'll head back to Lake Terra. And that's where we're going to go next. We're going to go visit him in the lake town. As mentioned earlier, that is where the plane has crashed down. And now that he's there, maybe he will know some way to get to the crashed plane. I swear it's there. You just can't see it because it's invisible.
I apologize to the French restream. I promise. I am generally better at doing a bad German accent than I am at doing a bad
You want to just make him German. This is completely okay. Anyways. Oh, it's you. Thank you for what you did in Taglia Village. What? You want to visit the plane wreckage? Then I'll have to manage something. Hey there, my cute fishies. Would you mind doing me a bit of a favor? and that gets us across. So inside here, we're going to investigate this memo conveniently located on the ground. Let's see what it says.
Interesting.
So,
I definitely can read this.
Does anyone know if High Spirits got a PB recently? Yeah.
Oh, we missed
Love
it
you,
right
love you, High Spirits. Yeah. I hope things get better soon. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So the message is encoded. That is not what it actually says. So we need to go back to the northeast town where we previously mentioned there was Pascal's scientist friend. Turns out that they have a secret code language that they share with each other. And so if we present them with the memo, they will kindly translate it for us. And thankfully, they aren't too deep into this town. They're just on the second floor of this inn.
That's pretty deep.
I'll say it's an adventure to get anywhere.
That guy's blue shirt just makes me think Star Trek or something.
No, it does. It
Yeah,
really
yeah.
is. You just put the logo on, but
At least it's not red. That would be kind of bad.
What's that memo you've got there? Let me see. This is written using Dr. Pascal's cipher. I'll decipher right away. The Maka Maka captured me, but I've managed to write this without any of them noticing. I believe they intend to take me to their stronghold, Castle Bizarro. It lies past the mountains, south of Lake Terra. That's everything written in the memo. I can't believe they captured Dr. Pascal.
yeah. So now that we've had that conversation, Masa is going to surprisingly be right outside the inn, and we can talk to him.
Oh, hello, friends. It is me, Masa, the chef. I only just returned. You must come to my home. I will teach you to an extravagant feast. You will come, oui?
Very conveniently, he
Excellent.
joins our party, so we're moving as one.
Excellent. Come, come. I proudly present your dinner.
It's so good.
Now ain't this tasty?
Oh, that food is making me sleepy.
Oh, then be my guest. Be my guest. Put my service to the test.
And then next cutscene, jump right into it.
I have horrible tidings. King Glutton has at long last returned, and he is searching for you. And I have found out that somewhere in the king's castle is a house. Phonemes are hard. I would like to be continuing to training to become the world's greatest chef. I ask you, take me with you.
You're leaving already, but is that later?
No, that's right now. That's right now.
Oh, no.
But you've only just come home.
Oui, mon chéri. My dream is too big by half, for I shall be the greatest chef in the world. I must journey and train.
I'll be waiting for the day when you come home as the greatest chef in the world.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure what his goal is, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually.
I mean, did they just say what it is?
Yeah, like 50 times. Anyways, so next up in this dungeon, there's a really interesting plot line where there's a bunch of pigs, and there's one of them is black, and the guy here who is King Glutton, that's the word.
Yes.
Really wants to eat the black pig because he's never had a black pig before, wants to know what it's like. That is the wrong staircase. Yeah, but however, the pigs are trying to protect their black pig brother, so they're like getting all in the way and like blocking the exit. So we have to like beat up the gourmet king, or we can stand in this corner right here and play with a remote control car.
That sounds like a good plan. I like that.
I do like remote control cars. So, gonna do that, and we're gonna finish playing with it, and we're out. Okay, so what happened? Whenever you use a remote control car in this game, the game will warp you down one floor and move you 2 steps to the north. I don't understand why, but it is a very convenient glitch, because we can just go through walls.
Why did you make Masa French?
Why did I make masa French? I don't know. I really don't.
He was cooking when he thought of it.
It just, I don't know. It felt right at the time. Was it actually right? Let's not worry about that. French Restream can tell us how wrong we were.
I am so sorry. And thank you so much for restreaming.
Anyways, yeah, so we basically are going all the way around to the dungeon of this area because there is another scientist that's been the scientist has been captured and brought here. We need to rescue him. So we're just going to be climbing through this dungeon. Palmer, do you got anything new for us?
I have a handful of things for you. I have a handful of things for you indeed. First, I just wanted to put GK at ease that I am receiving word that the French restream is not only appreciating but loving your performance. So keep it up and continue with that incredible accent you have there. I do have a handful of donations for you here. The first is going to be $25 from Anonymous. There is no comment provided there, but we thank you very much for your donation all the same. We have $10 from Gurhi, and I want to, no comment provided there either, but I want to also thank you for your generous contribution. And then I myself threw $5 into the ring just in honor of the music in this game, which over here with these headphones on might be the most impressive element, I gotta say. The croquettes, they were impressive, but the music is really good. I've been pleasantly impressed.
It's not bad, but you get kind of sick of it having to hearing that xylophone tremolo. Like,
Yeah, because you do have to do a lot. This game is very grindy casually.
I love that sprite for the chef. For Masa, it is amazing.
It is. I don't even know how to describe it.
the sprite work in this game is immaculate.
They really do just ooze flavor. They did a really good job.
Yeah, so this game kind of has a reputation as probably the Densetsu no Kusoge of the SNES / Super Famicom. Like, it does have a lot of charm to it, even though it's kind of widely accepted as not a very well-made game in a lot of ways.
Yeah, anyways, this is where the exactly one line comes.
Where are you guys?
Perfect.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah,
I do like how the enemies are called Zako, weaklings.
yeah. I mean, they're not wrong. So we do have to just, now that they're out of the way, we can go through. The key in that earlier chest to the corner, we picked up a key, and as keys traditionally do, they will unlock doors. I swear that sounded less silly in my head.
Look, in this game, that could have been in question.
That could have been in question. But now, but we are coming up to, no, we have another cutscene in this area first before the boss. Yes, I know how this game works.
Are you sure?
No.
I was going to say, I don't think the developers know how this game works. It just kind of does.
Does it?
To its best.
It tries. It tries really
The
hard.
doors always look like that they're trying to leave the spot they're in when you're moving sideways.
Anyway, so we got a line here.
We're I say this word?
Yeah, just skip it.
Yeah, just skip it.
Yes. We're a squad from Misery Village. I'm the only one left. Everyone else has been frozen. The only way to unfreeze them was the legendary Altier Man's Shoe Pop Ray.
Is that who I think it is?
OMC, it is I, Pascal. Help!
Nobody can escape the Maka Maka.
Yeah, so Dr. Pascal has just been put on ice as that other NPC conveniently told us we need to get this shoe pop ray thing. But first, we're going to defeat this guy up here. There's a quick line of dialogue and a little musical intro.
I am Gorath the Flutist, and you will have plenty of time to listen to me play once I've sent you to hell.
Wouldn't it be flautist?
We had the same conversation earlier.
yesterday. Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm really not sure if it's flutist or flautist. I don't know.
I was saying because we're
The one
confused.
plays the flute.
Yeah.
It was really, what's even more confusing is that after all these level ups, we're going to discover that he drops an item. And that item is the Trumpet of the Stars. I don't know why he doesn't just drop a flute. I really don't. But
Maybe they're just big fans of Tecmo Secret of the Stars.
I mean, understandable,
Well,
but
that wasn't even out yet. This game is 1992. It was a year after Final Fantasy IV.
that really puts it in perspective. Yeah, that was a lot of XP.
It's a good jingle.
It was a good jingle like the third time. There we go. Okay, we got our trumpet.
Look, you can put it as part of that YouTube trend of jingles to study to.
Is that?
Who's so gay to study to?
Oh my gosh.
I love video games.
Video games are the best.
Anyway, so we do take our vase out of here. I do love my escape rope items. We are going to, for no apparent reason, give all of Johnny's, who is the cardboard box guy, we're going to give all the vases we gave him earlier to our girlfriend, Elle. We do have to give them one at a time for some reason.
Well, I mean, she is your girlfriend after all. It makes sense.
Yeah, we do have to be a little bit careful in these menus because it is extremely easy to glitch the menus and cause menu corruption, and that is banned in this category.
Oh.
I didn't know Storytime had a band list.
Yeah, it is. So I'm not entirely clear on how the memory corruption works, but I do know my first time casually playing this game, I pulled it off. So, yeah, this is a game with programming. But we are going to head over here to these strange 3 stones in the desert, and we are going to play the Trumpet of the Stars.
I'm seeing a fair bit of the letter W and the kanji for grass in chat.
I'm really glad that they're enjoying it.
Now, if you don't mind me popping in, I do want to remind everybody at home that we actually have a Maka Maka t-shirt available through Tantrum, and it does feature Boxman. It does feature a chef and his incredible, what is that? His face, I guess? But you can get all of this glorious Maka Maka action on a t-shirt at tantrummerch.com/RPG Limit Break. So check it out.
Look out, folks. Y'all gotta run.
Johnny!
Dang it, I've been squished flat as a crib. Hurts to say it, but might could be here whereas I part. I'll be off in Cian's town hospital recuperating. Y'all better not slack off without me, and you come pay me a visit once y'all done save the doc, you hear? See y'all then.
Now, Johnny was able to crab walk off, so he is fine. Nobody panic. He just needs to be flattened. But yeah, so
I mean,
this...
yeah, he's turned into a flat pack box.
Yeah, so this is the home of Altair Man. Unfortunately, as you can notice, all these guys look a little old, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure Altair Man will be perfectly happy to help us. But first, we gotta find the plasma ring because of one sentence that we just read a second ago. Long ago, Altair Man would appear transformed whenever someone raised the plasma ring in the center of the plaza. And I have to be careful here because I really didn't want to do just that right there. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the menu, and in addition to being able to just destroy everything in battle, the jumper that we picked up can also heal poison, which we got on only Masa, and I only need to heal Masa and not everybody else. So there we go. Really do not want to have people start fainting to poison.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
So on it. Okay, control. Fingers, please. Don't blame my fingers, not the controller. But yeah, so this is a bit of a march through this dungeon. It's just gonna go in there. We're just making a giant circle like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, if you got anything else for us, Palmer, now would be a good time.
I do indeed, my friend, I do indeed. So I actually have a $5 donation from Drake Lake that reads, "Hey, dowolf and company, I've got work in a few hours, so I sadly can't stay up to watch this run. I just wanted to donate and wish you well right now while I'm awake at this moment. My first experience with this game was actually your RPG Blitz 2020 run of this, and that was certainly an experience, let me tell you. Good luck with the rest of the run." Thank you so much, Drake.
I'm so glad it left an impression.
Yeah, it sounds like it is infamous in its reputation.
Just a little.
Now, I'm reminded more than ever as I watch Maka Maka that mental illness is something that 90% of... Oh, I'm sorry. We understand that the last few years we have been a very stressful time for many people across the world, and this has put a huge strain on many people's mental health. In the United States alone, 21% of adults reported suffering some kind of mental illness, and that's roughly 52.9 million people. See, there's a correct statistic. Sorry, I jumbled that up for you a little bit. But please remember to reach out for help if you feel like you need it. You are not alone.
So with that, we have found the whatchamacallit, the plasma rings. We're gonna take the vase to escape, which actually is gonna move us like 5 pixels northeast. The staircase was really close. We could just go through that wall, but that's like the one wall in this game that's solid, unfortunately. But that does take us out of the dungeons. We're gonna head to this conveniently marked location in the center of town, which, do I remember where the center of town is? Yes, I do. Sweet. Just head over here, and we're going to raise the plasma ring on high.
The party raised the plasma ring on high. Heed our call, Altair Man.
Transform!
Henshin. That sprite is so good.
Well, how long ago has it been since we last met? Yet alas, even the legendary hero cannot triumph over the march of the years.
He tripped. A trip. Altair Man himself went and tripped.
Earthlings, I am Altair Man. Long have I fought to maintain peace in this galaxy. Yet I fear that I no longer have the power I once. It's right there. Once did. My son. Oh my goodness. Come on, get in the car. My son, Altair Boy, is off trading in a place far west of the 3 stones. I know he can serve your cause. Of course, I shall give you my legendary vehicle, the Altair car, for I will need it no longer. I shall leave it by the 3 stones. Use it as you will. Now, go for great justice. All right, so this is an extremely short dungeon. We're going to find Altair Boy right here.
Okay, I want all of you to attack me together, and don't hold back just because we're friends. Oof. Shoot, but I can keep going. One more round.
But Altair Boy, you can't win. You're the gutsiest guy I know, but there's no way you can beat all 3 of us at once. Let's call it a day. We'll see you tomorrow.
And then the next cutscene's already playing.
I'm Altair Boy, but who are you? Oh, so you've met my daddy. All right. I'm the son of the legendary Altair Man. I'm still in training, but nobody thinks evil stinks more than me. Let's fight together. However, I still need to master the I keep misreading this.
Yes, it's very easy to
The
misread.
Shu Pop Ray, the finishing move passed down through the Altair bloodline. You can only master it after overcoming countless trials. I just got a letter from Daddy. It's just...
Altair Boy, I will now present you the final trial you must overcome to learn how to wield the Shu Pop Ray. Come to Altair Tower and eliminate the demons who have taken root there. Once you have defeated them, you will become a full-fledged hero.
I bet this is my final trial. Come on, let's go.
And now Altair Boy has joined the party. That's definitely not why we kicked Johnny out, because there's a 4-character limit. Definitely not why.
I miss Johnny.
We all miss Johnny.
There can't be a 4-character limit. Our girlfriend has 5 characters in her name.
You know what you signed up for.
Yes, I did.
Pac-Man has a tongue and is eating us. It's every time I see that, that's all I can think of.
It really does look like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, now that we're inside, we're going to give Altair Boy our jumper, because we need to give him our jumper. I don't know. There's no hidden meaning to this. It's definitely not going to be a solo battle in about 10 seconds that he's going to have to do by himself, like solo battles are wont to make you do. But we're going to have one quick word coming up from our guardian of the tower. My word, you've come with one of the Altair blood. Please come through. And now we get to climb a tower. Again, normally this is... I equipped it. Yes, I equipped it. We're good on that.
Yes.
So we will just walk up and down. Very conveniently, this staircase maze is literally just, if you just walk up and then down and then up and then down, you will get there eventually. Yeah, no, I do like it when the game developers make their dungeon layouts easy to remember.
I don't know. I'm already feeling pretty lost.
Okay, we're basically at the top already. You can tell because the music changed.
You mean it left?
Oh my goodness.
I am the demon who has taken root in the Altair Tower. I will only fight those of the Altair bloodline. How far the Altair have fallen to send a mere child to defeat me. Child, step forward. Have you the courage to face me alone?
Friends, stay back. This trial is for me and me alone. By my honor as an Altair, I'm gonna fight you, demon.
Child, don't come crying to me later.
Well, we already won. And conveniently, everyone in the party gains XP from that fight. I'm okay with this. I'm just going to accept it.
I appreciate the kindness the game offers.
Yep. Splendidly done, Altair boy. Go forth, Altair boy. Go forth and fight along the main character to bring peace to Earth and the universe.
Daddy, but why? Why were you?
Oh, son, the cruel laws passed down through our bloodline demand it. The shoe pop ray technique can only be learned through combat. The son must defend against his father. The father must strike back against his son. And the violent energy of their frenetic battle will empower the son with his new move. The very moment he defeats his father, is only then can he shoot pop. Altair boy, you have surpassed your father, Altair man himself. And so I give to you the last of my energy.
Daddy, everyone else calls you a hero. Your enemies across the universe fear your name, but I'm proud to call you Daddy. Rest in peace, Daddy. I'll fight in a way you can be proud of too, and then I'll bring peace everlasting to the universe. So, let's go.
Shed one single tear. So now that Altair boy has learned the power of the shoot pop ray, which is literally shooting the energy of his papa, we are going to head over to the castle where we can unfreeze Dr. Pascal. Unfortunately, you all remember how long that dungeon was, and we have to march through the entire thing again. Yeah, this game likes its backtracking. I don't know what else to say. I went too far east. That's what I need to say. Also, look, ma, no hands. I do love that. That is how the car works. That it just has a auto
no
go
brakes.
has no brakes. That is the right way to phrase it. Yes.
No brakes in this car.
But are there limit breaks?
I mean, I think we've broken a few limits with this debug item. Yeah.
I'm not even sure if it's it makes me think more like a dev door from like Mario Maker. Just these things they put in here to make sure that like the devs can complete the game.
Oh goodness. Yeah.
I can't imagine they had a lot of play testing.
I mean, it's definitely. I mean, like, I feel like it's like the Dragon Quest II, where the amount of playtesting went down as you get further into the game.
That would make sense.
Yeah, that's almost certainly what the case was. Thankfully, this door stays open. We don't have to get the key again, and we don't have to beat the Zako again, the small fry that we met on the way up here. But we are almost back to Dr. Pascal, aka L, aka the girlfriend's father. That was a lot of AKAs.
Also known as also known as Aka.
Shout outs to Aka Journey to the West, a visual novel with absolutely incredible music that you should all listen to, after the marathon is over. Right now, you should be sticking around here. But we got a cutscene.
The poor guys. I'll use my shoe pop ray to unfreeze them fast.
Wow, thank you. There's a heck of a monster waiting here in Castle Bizarro. We owe you everything. Please be careful on the way.
I'll unfreeze Dr. Pascal. Everyone step back. This could be dangerous.
Daddy, thank goodness you're okay. Now, let's all get out of here. I'll never let you get your hands on Dr. Pascal.
Doc!
Save me, MC.
Uh,
Oh, that's later?
That is a bit later. Yeah, we gotta walk a bit further. Interestingly, we could have used the remote control car glitch to get into this area earlier, but we would have found that there was nothing inside. So we do have to go through the everything else we just did in order to get to this part of the game.
High quality programming, noticing that there was a sequence break there. That was obviously planned on their part.
But now we have the next cutscene.
Save me, MC.
This is as far as you go, where you are about to face the grand creation of Lord Maka Maka himself, Ken the Giant. You're going to have so much fun together. Evil henchman signing off.
Hey, what are you doing standing on my face? Yeah, go to hell.
Anyways, everyone say hi to Giant Ken.
I love this face.
He's so happy to be here.
This face is the entire reason this happened. I was looking up bad Japanese RPGs for like a panel seminar that I was doing at a convention one time, and this was the first thing I saw when somebody referenced this game. I'm like, I need to learn more. And then I bought this game for like $9 on eBay. The shipping was more expensive than the game itself. And then dowolf played it. Here we are.
We are playing on that same card as it
Yes.
happens. This is like the first guy we can't one-shot. Little unfortunate, but we do get to enjoy that glorious face. I've always assumed that it's literally one of the developers' faces, but I have like no way to confirm this, unfortunately. But he is down. And we are leveling up.
It's like a bug from like a Windows 95 sound font or something.
Yeah, it is.
There'll be a quiz on every note in this jingle at the end of the run.
Is one of them C?
Probably.
Look, I'm surprised they managed to have music that's in a key in this game. To be honest.
Wow, thank you. I'm pretty sure you saved me for real this time. Huh? Your mother and father turned into what? That must be part of the Maka Maka's evil scheme. The science conference in Science Town should have already begun. I'll consult my fellow scientists there. There's a gathering of the best and the brightest. Perhaps someone will have an idea. I shall see you there. Till we meet again in Science Town.
How convenient there was a staircase out of there. Gotta say. But yeah, so we'll just head on over to Science Town in our handy-dandy car. Yeah, some of the names of the towns in this game are a little on the nose.
I say this game does not do subtlety.
It absolutely does not. So, yeah, so it's a quick. This one, it's a bit longer of a walk than some of the other areas in towns. Gonna have to walk into this very ornate building. You can tell it's ornate because it has 2 floors and a couple and 2 whole Star Trek dudes.
I like that that's just what we're calling them now.
Oh, they are absolutely Star Trek dudes.
What else could they be?
They could be a cutscene.
Oh, MC, what took you so long? The World Science Conference has already begun. I would like you to join us. Please, come on in.
Hey, it's you guys. Remember me? We met back in Tourist City.
Now then, let us continue. As I was just saying, MC's father and mover have been transformed into amoeba-like creatures.
We've all thought long and hard, but even all the knowledge of modern science isn't enough to turn them back to normal.
MC, after all the work you did saving me, it's a real shame I can't do anything to help.
I can only think of one person who could change human beings into that terrible form. Dr. Maka Maka, the tragic genius. All the bizarre phenomenon occurring lately across the world must be the work of his personal army, the Maka Maka.
Dr. Maka Maka was one who heralded his genius, yet fortune didn't favor him. His potential went unfulfilled. Now he calls himself Lord Maka Maka and plans to subjugate the entire world to his will.
Yet I know Dr. Maka Maka when he was young. He was a good, honest lad. Or at least he was until he went on that research retreat on Mount Headless. He came back a changed man.
Mount Atlas. What might that be?
MC, there's a port town to the west of the village where you were born and raised. Across the ocean from there is a continent with Mount Atlas on it. Perhaps going there will provide some clues. MC, go to Mount Atlas. We will remain here and discuss how to defeat Dr. Maka Maka. The roaring rocket I've invented for you will instantly return to any city or village you've already visited. I designed it for maximum convenience. Call for it outside of any town and it'll fly straight to you. Use the roaring rocket and to return to your hometown village.
Yeah, so we did that. So that's really convenient that we can come back here because there happened to be something at the airport that we couldn't get before on our first journey in. We're gonna head over here past this now exposed barrier. We are going to line up the right side of the screen. And then we're going to just head up to here. Hopefully I did the right square. I did, sweet. So we just got a second one of the overpowered jumpers.
Oh, nice.
We're going to give that to the main character so that you can have one of them again. And we're going to equip that nice and quick. So yeah, so now we have doubled our offensive power. Always a good thing to do in a video game. We also, you may have noticed this, the Tierman car can travel over lava, which was previously blocking us from going to that port town to the west. That's another reason why we couldn't have skipped that entire plot line, even if we could have cheated our way into the basement.
Well, if that was just lava is the first thing you see, not like a river, it's just lava. It's like, what is this, dwarf fortress?
I missed it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so we can come straight in here and we go straight to the port. The port is unfortunately on the west side of the town and we enter on the east side. This is going to be a very long and harrowing journey. I'm sorry.
So what's that Y stand for?
It's the items shop, and I don't know why it's a Y.
Spell item with a Y.
Maybe it's supposed to be like a slingshot.
Why would it be a slingshot?
I don't know.
Well, we got another cutscene coming up.
I'm Granny Slaps. You want to get on a boat? Then it's time for a slapping.
Well, we've doubled our offensive power since the last fight, so I think we'll be fine.
I love her sprite.
That's
It is
amazing.
the greatest sprite in the game.
So good.
It did nothing. Oh no. She got a critical hit and it did nothing.
Nice Kaishin.
We've been slapped. We've been slapped silly.
See you later.
It's the same person.
Oh, yeah. Look at your big face. When we get through that cap now.
Yeah, so as you can see, if you see the sprite, it's kind of hard to see while we're walking upwards. But we literally have giant swollen cheeks, and that is preventing us from walking to where the boat is because it's a very narrow passage.
Of course.
I love this game so much.
It's
However-
a good time.
However, there is someone else around here who is suffering the same issue, and his name is Michael, and he happens to be the boss of the local mafia in the town of Monte Chicago. I really do not understand why it's called Monte Chicago, but it is.
That's kind of amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we have to go off to his mansion, which is conveniently located across this flower bed that we're going to trample. Then just down here into the forest.
Look, if we didn't want people trampling them, we wouldn't put them in the entranceway.
It really was a short-sighted decision to plant the flowers there.
Graphic design is my passion.
Yeah, so we had a...
Whoa, you've got the same big face Don Michaels got. Maybe we will chat with you then.
Let's chat. So let's chat.
Name's Don Michael, and I rule this town. I can't go walk around when I look uncool. I like the looks of you fellas. How about you give the fighting ring a whirl? I'll tell the doorman to let you all in at the door. See if you just can't take out the devil bear lad.
Yeah, okay, so we're just going to go into the fighting ring and fight Devil Bear Lad. That is up there with Man Bear Pig in terms of things to run away from very fast. But we're the protagonists, so we'll be fine. Guys, we have 2 jumpers. What could possibly stop us besides Granny Slaps? I really do love Granny Slaps. She is just exists. She exists. And it is perfect in every way.
This is what peak character design
Yeah.
looks
So
like.
you must be the main character. Michael has told me all about you. Please, right this way. And we'll talk to the next person.
Only one of you may enter the ring. Who will it be?
Well, turns out it's Altier Boy. On account of the fact that he, A, has a jumper, and B, is not currently knocked out. Very good reason to use him here. Here is Devil Bear Lad.
You're 10 years too early to fight me.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It is a sprite. The sprite work in this game is incredible. I mean, they're just still images, but it's incredible.
Ooh, ow, ow, you gave me an owie. Mommy.
Congratulations, you're the new world champion. Here's your prize, the golden flute.
Wait, we get a flute now? We got the trumpet earlier.
I mean, yeah, that is really weird when you think about it.
So they do know the word flute. They're able to pull it out later.
I got nothing. But yeah, so we're going to head on out because with that golden flute, that is our next quest item. That's why we got it. We can go down to. I don't even know if I want to call this a town. I'm going to call it a national park. I'm going to say that we're going to a national park next. Of what nation, I'm not sure. I don't know if there are countries in this game. My lore is falling apart very quickly. This is why I'm not allowed to make lore up about a game at whatever time it is in the morning.
I'm not sure they programmed that idea of other countries into this game.
I have no idea why we have this like super dungeony music. This is actually not a dungeon. But this is a place where we can blow our new flute and get a cutscene. Oh right, yeah, you have it. Also, that is not a flute. Just calling it now. That it was not a flute that we just heard.
But it's a golden flute.
Maybe it just has an unusual timbre.
Oh, I'm Bolkun. Your beautiful melody woke me up from my nap. Huh? The holy water of Ron? Oh, I get it. You must mean the water on top of my head. I'd be happy to give you as much as you like. Here you go. You don't have to worry about becoming swole anymore. And if you can defeat Granny Slaps, I bet everyone in town's face will go back to normal too.
I don't agree with this quest.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how this lore works. But hey, we can now walk through the narrow corridor again and make it to the boat. As far as fetch quests go, this was definitely one of them. God, I wish we could walk faster.
Hey, whenever you decide to take ROM hacking up for this game, you could double the walk speed.
No, everyone else must feel my pain.
No, you lower the walk speed.
Anyways, we have our next conversation. Or let's take this.
I'm sorry, travelers, but my engine's broken down. I can't send the boat out anywhere.
Oh no, she hears her off screen. Take that! You can never cross the ocean alive, but the seagulls are getting hungry. I'll make you their meal.
I probably should have raised main character, but we'll be fine. She doesn't have that much HP.
I mean, main character's looking ready for battle right now.
And we get rewarded with jingles.
Does the fallen party members get experience still?
Yeah,
Oh, that is really nice.
at least I'm pretty sure they do.
It doesn't seem like it matters too much.
Oh, wait. I know what I did was wrong. Mercy, please. I won't do any evil anymore. I'll offer the rest of my life to humanity. Won't you spare me some medicine? If you do, I'll tell you the special way I know to cross to the western continent. Medicine, please.
So we do, in fact, give her some medicine.
You gullible fool! Do you think I would give up that easily? Grandma slaps ain't never going down. Hope you enjoy stumbling around a port without any way to leave. Whew, I'm stuck.
Wow, those wings of hers will make for perfect oars. That'll get you across the ocean. Okay, everybody get on board. So yeah, we are now propelling our boat with the power of slaps.
It's gotta hurt. Have you ever slapped water? It actually kind of hurts.
It does.
Oh, she is going to regret double crossing us very quickly, yes. So yeah, so next up is, so this is a bit of a quest here. We have to, you see that patch of flowers up there? That patch of flowers is actually an illusionary patch of flowers caused by some sprites. Like fairy sprites, not like the sprites you see on screen. Those, we just tag that city so we can visit later. Those sprites can, they're trying to put an illusion on, but we can dispel that illusion with the power of a rosary. That rosary is currently contained within the women's section of a hot spring over in Old Edo, another town that I swear I remember how to get through this area of the game. Also, I swear I remember I have a car. My apologies. It is 5 in the morning. But so we'll get in the car and then we'll come on over to the town and we'll mark that there. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, dowolf, we have a female member in our party. Can't she just like walk in and get the rosary? So anyways, we're going to have to find a way to get everyone in there, the main character in there, so the main character can get that rosary.
Of course.
Absolutely. So, turns out that there is a town to the north where it happens that everyone there is a girl, and we're not sure why. So, unfortunately, north is like a big, giant circle. But we'll just head in here. And here is where we reach Michi, who is my favorite character in the game, not gonna lie. But, so, she is, like so many people in this game, on the second floor of the inn. This is going to be another running theme now that I think about it. I actually hadn't put this together before, but there's a lot of people who just happen to be on the second floor of the inn in various cities.
Is that why your costume is...
Yeah. Well, I mean, basically, yeah.
the Seifuku.
You ain't bad, and you ain't evil either, best I can tell. You willing to hear... Oh, sorry, I skipped ahead. Who are you guys? Did Queen Ramona send you? Sounds like badass Michi's got to tear you a new one. I still haven't healed the main character. I'm going to do that after this fight.
Are you?
Yes.
Please do. He looks pretty distraught.
He's just having a bad day.
Yeah, the knockout sprites are great in this game.
You ain't bad, and you ain't evil either, best I can tell. You willing to hear me out? I was born in Sandport Port Town, and I traveled wherever the seas took me, ruling the streets as a man. But then I got some water sprinkled on me, and it turned me into a lady. So it figures it's now that, for the first time in my life, I've fallen in love. Her name's Lara. She lives in the mansion on top of that hill, and she's the cutest girl in the world. But with me stuck as a lady, I can't bring myself to say nothing to her. I did manage to write it all down, though. Won't you bring her this letter, please? We say yes, and then thanks. I'll be waiting here to hear her response. We take the remote control car out, and we will check the letter because we are spies.
And heal your MC.
Oh, Lara-san, I love you so much. And then yes, I need to heal the MC. So we'll have him use his jumper on himself, which works somehow.
Oh, so that's what they mean by jumper.
Yeah, it does everything. It is a pretty good item.
The Swiss Army knife of clothing.
But here is Lara.
Huh? A love letter from Michi? Oh my gosh, what do I do? I've secretly started yearning for her too, but I can't disturb the town. Oh, wait one moment. Won't you bring my letter to Michi, please?
And if we look at this new letter we just got, it says, I love you too.
Aw.
It is truly the most romantic of love letters that have ever been penned in the history of mankind. Yeah, so we can't take the remote control car back up. Kind of unfortunate. It only lets us go down. So we will show her the letter. Huh? A letter from Laura? Hell yeah, Laura's got a thing for me too. Sweet. And there's ain't nothing doing but me taking out Queen Ramona and getting back my man parts. You got out for her too, right? Then team up with me. I know a secret way into her fortress. I'll be waiting out behind it. See you there. And we will in fact see her there. But yeah, while we are walking to her, do you have any new message for us, Palmer?
I do indeed. I always got something for you. First, I'm going to start us off with a $50 donation from Anonymous, and no comment was provided, but we thank you very much for your generosity. And I do want to remind all of our donators that we actually do have some prizes available for you right now, up until Pokemon Crystal. So there is a little bit of a deadline on that. So if you are interested in Wizardry 1, a Professor Oak card shadow box, the lovely Lapras plush that you have seen plenty of, and Cthulhu hand puppet, along with some other really incredible prizes, definitely check them out and get those donations in before the time is up and you lose access to those incredible prizes. Now, at the same time, we do have the grand prize, the Switch 2, that will be running throughout the entirety of this event. So if that sounds like something you're after, make sure you get those donations in.
So, took you long enough. Come on, follow me. There's a passage hidden in the wall.
There's a man, too. Capture them alive.
We got caught. Let me handle this. Ramona's room's on the second floor, and the waterfall basin's on the right-hand side of the castle. Now get your butts in gear and go! So, conveniently, we are on the second floor, and we are going to give away a jumper to Elle. Then we're going to have her equip it.
That would be very, very important.
And then we're going to walk directly below the waterfalls that we've been told that she's directly below. And as you can probably guess, we're going to use a remote control car. And then that will take us straight to the boss. This dungeon is very annoying otherwise, just a ton of just pitfalls you can fall into. But yeah.
I'm Queen Ramona, and I hate men. You think I'll let you leave here alive?
I really don't know what I expect from.
I mean,
She's a bit catty.
God.
Yeah, so we got like 9K XP, I think it said. So I think, oh yeah, main character just gained 3 levels. Everyone's probably going to gain 3 levels. That's 12 total renditions of the level up theme. I should donate money for every time level up theme gets played. Unfortunately, it's too late. I thought of it too late. I'm sure chat would not dare come up with some nifty way of telling me how many it is retrospectively.
You heard the man. Chat, get back on those replays. Get on that VOD. Get to counting. We are here raising money for a good cause at RPG Limit Break.
That was badass, main character. Knew you could do it.
The truth is, I like men too.
Oh.
But 3
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, but 3 years ago, when Hiroshi dumped me, and after I did so much for him too.
That was badass, main character. Knew you could do it.
Oh, is this?
Yay, Queen Ramona is dead. Now we can go back to being men again. We'll gather a few buckets full for everyone else in town. Thanks, traveler.
Oh, Mitchie.
Laura. Right, time to get in on that waterfall.
Of course. Mitchie, you're a man?
And you yourself are... But you're the first person I ever loved. Is this love? Is this all I ever wanted? Gosh darn it all the heck. Screw romance. I don't want to be a man no more.
Mitchie!
So now, So we got in the water ourselves, and then we have the next couple lines.
Huh? My pee-pee went bye-bye. That's just no big deal. You'll have it back soon.
Yeah. I love the female main character sprite. It is glorious. Unfortunately, we do not get to stay as her for very long. But now that we are all women, we can go into the women's bath at the old Edo.
Once again, welcome to 90s Japanese humor.
Yeah, we
Look,
just
Final Fantasy VII ripped this game off. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. Again, this was definitely the correct path. We definitely shouldn't have just sent Elle in to get it by herself. That would have been crazy, or that would have been entirely the wrong choice.
Oh, manager, we have guests.
I'm the proprietress of the Treaders Hotel, and I have something that I'd like to discuss with you if you'd be kind enough to stay the night.
We've said yes.
Please, come this way. I've heard that among your numbers is a Mr. Masa who seeks to become the greatest chef in the world.
Oui, that is me.
I see. There is something I absolutely must show you. Come this way, please. We're there yet?
Yeah.
Oh, we're
keep
there.
going.
Okay. This blade is a storied relic passed down in our inn from generation to generation.
Wow. Is this the legendary blade Masamune? Yes, it is. It is the legendary blade Masamune that all aspiring chefs dream of one day wielding. Ouch! I cannot lay so much as a finger on it. Clearly, I must needs train more. I would love to train in the ways in the Treaders Hotel, but now is not the time. Yes, ma'am. I hope that you will welcome me once that time comes.
I could ask for nothing more than for you to come here, Masa. We will welcome you with open arms. Now then, please relax in the hot springs at your leisure.
Right, so let's go over to that hot spring. We will avoid random guy. Come on in. Yeah, if we had tried to enter here initially, we would have immediately gotten thrown out by, in the traditional anime fashion of people throwing everything they have and the kitchen sink at us. But not the item we need. They somehow don't throw the rosary. They throw everything else.
That would have just made too much sense.
There's many things. There's many ways we could have made this plot make more sense.
And look, we wouldn't have met Michi.
We would, yeah. Then that would have been a tragedy.
I mean, they must not have been too angry, because if they had thrown the rosary, that's when you know they're really cross at you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So now that we have the rosary, we are going to go back to the waterfall and go back to our original genders. Why that is so? Because we are a different gender, if we didn't have the debug code on, we actually would no longer have encounters on this point because there is no, got a brain for a second. There is no
Battle sprite?
female battle sprite, yeah, so we can't get encounters, which means that the game will not allow us to proceed until we switch back to being men. So it goes. We're also just going to take the rocket back there, which is honestly about the same amount of time as driving. It is
Slightly fewer inputs.
it is significantly fewer inputs. This is true.
It's a good plan at this time of the morning.
Yes, indeed. We just head on in. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to also give this over to Masa. Masa can hold on to the rosary for us. Because we will need that inventory space for the main character decently soon. We just gotta jump in the basculating water? Yeah, we'll go with that word. And then finally, with all of that taken care of, we can go back to the flower bed we saw like about an hour ago and finally make it through the bed of flowers. So that is why we stepped into Nago earlier. We want to be able to warp back. This is definitely faster than driving the car all that way. It was quite a truck, quite a truck.
I kind of vibe with this bass line, not gonna lie.
It's really
Oh,
good.
yeah, the music in this game is just actually on point for sure. Nope, there we go. Yep, so soon we will get to speak to the fairies.
Come to us. I am the nosy sprite. Come and receive a kiss on the nose. You don't want a kiss, but you must want one. You won't accept my kiss? I am the nose sprite, and the nose, no nose. I'll kill you.
Yeah, so that just happened. Yep, so we are now facing off against a bunch of giant noses.
I saw this on an album cover.
I love that the legs are coming out of the nostrils.
Yeah, it's not what I would pick, but, you know.
I mean, you can only really pick your one nose in this world, and it's not that,
that one.
And yes, I did my inventory right. Okay. Here we go. Straight to the next cutscene. Well, it's. Oh, I think I'm missing this line. Ugh. How should the life of a nose is so terribly short. Yeah, that line was just missing from our notes.
I thought this garden might be nothing more than an illusion. Remember me? I'm the proprietress of the Tradis Hotel. Oh no! One of you has been injured in battle. I have with me a binal ball that a traveler gave me long ago. It's an incredible medicine. Please, use it.
Phew. With that, we have eliminated the monsters in the garden. On that note, I apologize, but I will be leaving to complete my training back at the Tradis Hotel and do whatever it takes to wield the Masamune.
I understand completely. After all, your goal is to become the greatest chef in the world, and you can't let anything come before your dreams.
Don't worry about us. We'll go to Mount Atlas and dig up Dr. Maka Maka's secrets. ... Thanks, everyone. Manager, please, employ me as a chef. With training, I will master the chef, the Masamune, and become the greatest chef in the world.
Masa, we'd be happy to have you. By all means, please come work for us. Then, let's go, Masa.
Au revoir, everyone.
And we already got the next cutscene, so... Hey, I've been waiting for you, slow butts. My heart's in tatters. I want to go on a journey. Let me just summon the car for a second here. Come on, take me with. All the time ruling the streets taught me how to fight. You're gonna want me at your back. Now, and because of that, Jabon Michi has joined the party.
Sukeban time.
Really? Heck yeah.
You are receiving a question here in chat, wondering if the nose enemies have a higher chance of running.
Only after you bloody him up.
Oh, goodness.
Dowolf is not following his nose.
If only I had a sentence for, I'm not good enough at puns. I'm sorry. I can't pick this up. I can't pick this up. But we do have a cutscene right as soon as we enter this town.
We're the treasure hunters, because word is that the place is filled with glittering jewels. We're setting off to Mount Atlas.
Yeah, so we're going to go to the northeast, where there's a shop in this town where we buy some Ozki bean mochi from the item shop, which is a very important item, as we all know.
It looks like you buy some RC cars too.
We do, in fact, do that, because we always need more remote control cars for those shenanigans. Then we'll just head on out of the north exit, because that is so much closer. And then we can just go straight to the next dungeon. So yeah, so we have to get to Mount Atlas. Mount Atlas is unfortunately somewhat taken over by a werewolf. And to beat the werewolf, we need to get the legendary silver sword, as you do, which is contained inside this cave.
How convenient.
It really does line up everything in this game, doesn't it?
And it all gets sorted out. Look, I was invited for this. You all have to suffer with me.
I think I asked. I mean, it is my cartridge, so I think there's a part of me that's kind of been waiting for this for 6 years.
There are so many staircases in this dungeon.
Are there 64 of them?
No.
That's not going to be till Saturday.
Well, while you traverse these steps, I do have a $25 donation here from the End Beta with no comment. Thank you so much for your generosity all the same. As well as a $5 donation from Red Silvers that reads, "Hey Palmer, how much coffee do you have right now?" The answer is none, but we do have an incredible coffee sponsor that you can check out. So I highly recommend you do so. And the rest of his message reads, "I just got off work. This run was just starting, so I'm glad I could catch it. dowolf and the others are amazing. Once again, donating to name Serge after my friend Ashtad, who we lost too soon." Thank you so much, Red, for that donation and for that awesome incentive that you're putting that towards. We really appreciate it.
Yep, thank you very much. Also, Palmer, note without coffee, who are you and what did you do with the real Palmer?
So I actually have coffee at my hotel, and I drank it on the drive over here. So I
Oh,
should
so
have
you're
probably had
just-
two, perhaps.
Anyways, we are almost done with this dungeon. Yeah, we're almost done. There's like one more staircase, I think. One or two.
I say, I don't believe you at this point. It's just,
Oh, come on. When have I ever steered you wrong before?
you steered me into being here.
Honestly, kind of goes to show what RPGs back in this era looked like.
But-
They didn't have like dungeon mechanics.
So here we go. Yes, we focus our strength to pull the silver sword out of the ground, and we did it. The sword is free. We have found the silver sword.
What? Could it be? Are you the legendary warrior?
Phew. And main character, you the legendary warrior? Still, that's cool.
I can't believe my boyfriend is the legendary warrior.
MC, I always believed that you were the legendary warrior. The legendary warrior is a position of pride and responsibility. Let us continue to hold fast to that and fight together.
Also, I love escape ropes. Absolutely love escape ropes. We are going to actually go in here and we're going to give Altier Boys, or excuse me, L's jumper to the main character as well. We're going to swap it out for this. Do that one. So why do we? So
Make sure to equip it.
we already have one equipped.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah.
just give it to him then.
Yep. Yeah, I did things slightly differently from what my notes say, which is why Shentok was trying to help me. Because the notes doc and the translation doc are one and the same because efficiency. Either I lost both docs or neither doc.
I'll say it is nice to see you with notes for once, dowolf.
I usually have notes.
It's nice to see you actually reading your notes.
That is the correct statement.
The way you go upstairs is just like kind of upsets me.
Oh, I have to manually do that too. There is nothing helping me go up these stairs. But yeah, this is a bit of a walk. But let's head off. Let's not quite do it. Not do another reading quite yet because we do have a cutscene decently soon. Actually, yeah, no. Go ahead and do something right now. Yeah, probably get one or two in.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just want to remind everybody that RPG Limit Break 2025 is coming to you live from Denver, Colorado. It has been an excellent time, personally. A big fan of the Denver area. And we are here raising money for a great cause, NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. NAMI was formed in 1979 as a grassroots advocacy organization by a group of parents whose children suffered with serious mental illnesses, and they have maintained that focus to this day. Now they were way ahead of the way ahead of schedule in terms of people coming to terms with and accepting that. So it's been an absolute blast having them support us over the last decade.
Yeah. So we have now reached a town in the middle of the area where there is a Buddha statue with a item on his cheek. And it turns out that the Buddha really likes Azkibi mochi. So we're going to feed the Buddha statue Azkibi mochi. Now, there is a saying in Japanese that is when you're basically so happy about something that your cheeks fall off. So we're literally going to give him the bean mochi. We're going to walk away, and he's going to enjoy the bean mochi so much that his cheek falls off, including the jewel.
Look how happy that Buddha is.
Yeah, so this is the Moonbeam Stone, which, as we mentioned, there is a werewolf on this mountain. So something with the power of the moon, very, very useful. Also, I'm going to remember that I was incorrect. I actually do need to fully equip the main character because we have to equip the silver sword that we got from that dungeon, because this upcoming enemy, again, continues to be a werewolf, which continues to be weak to silver. Continues? Well, it is weak to silver. Some things never change, though. We could have exited that town, that cave from the right, but if we do, we actually exit the entire dungeon, which is inconvenient because the place we need to go next is right up this staircase, and we really don't want to have the march all the way back up.
But you gotta get your steps in.
So, yeah, so we'll just use the moon beam stone.
Go.
Help! A man in there basked in the light, then transformed into a hirsute monster. It's a werewolf.
Okay, so the good news is there's a shortcut in this dungeon.
When you fall out and the sprites just go flying off screen, it's fantastic.
Yeah, so we're going to then go into our party screen, and we're going to change the order. Basically, we want we want to put our main character in the back where he will be safest.
This is an amazing werewolf.
Oh, I am Growlman the werewolf. The light of the moon drives me mad. I'll gobble you up.
Yeah, so again, boss is immune to everything except for the silver sword. You're just going to mash through things, which means you get to see what the actual attack sprites look like. I do actually really like the girlfriend with that little ribbon coming out, which, as Palmer mentioned, there is a shirt for this game. Pretty sure she's actually using that ribbon on the shirt. It looks really nice. I need to remember to buy it. Anyway, so the reason why we put the main character in the back here is because we can't use the jumpers as an attack item, it's going to take a bit longer to take him out. The boss tends to attack the character in the front of the parties, just like in Dragon Quest. So we put the main character in the back where he is unlikely to get taken out. Everyone else is in trouble.
Yeah, as they get knocked out, though, like they're unique sprites for everyone as they get that knocked out. They are really well done.
Kaishin no Ichigeki. Let's go. So we did lose everyone else. That's fine.
I think you put Kaijin.
Did I put Kaijin instead of Kaishin, really? Well, no, this is Gaijin right here, right? Okay. So, like, Howlman.
Okay.
I hope I didn't put Kaijin no Ichigeki. That would be a very me mistake to do. Let's be honest.
I mean, we did have fun spelling it out at the beginning. It would be very sad if as we were saying it, we misspelled it.
I mean, we did notice a lot of laughter from the Japanese restream. I'm hoping it wasn't over that.
I've lost. My name is Yang. Yes, the very Yang who went on a research retreat here to Mount Atlas with Dr. Maka Maka. When the light of the moon strikes me, my body begins to stir. Then I become the werewolf and ravage the village. With the dawn, I become young once more, and I am left to tremble at the depth of my sins. Yet when the moonlight returns, so too returns the body of the werewolf. It was Dr. Maka Maka who made me like this. I knew I could not escape this fate, not until the legendary warrior came to defeat me. At long last, I can die as a man. Thank you, MC. I will give you the key to our research lab's basement. You'll find mine and Dr. Maka's old diaries there, along with the floppy containing all of my research.
Poor guy. Anyways, for whatever reason,
Who still uses floppies?
I still use
this game was
Yeah.
I know.
this game was from '92.
I know.
Got a stack of them in my bag even.
Yeah, but you brought a Sharp X 68,000 for this.
And if you didn't see that run of a 12 Princess by Shentok earlier, you're gonna want to see that. That was absolutely incredible.
That game is. That's one of those things that I love about these obscure games. Either you get something like this, which is just endearingly charming, or you get something that's just like really cool in a way that's like, I don't know anything about this, but this is awesome.
So we do have a moment of truth coming up. This next bit is a bit random. Let's go with that. Feels like the right word. So yeah. So I'm actually kind of hoping we get a certain. Well, we'll know in a second there. As soon as we walk down this staircase. Come on. Yes, okay, we've entered a glitch zone. We're stuck. Thankfully, we can just pause. I'm not really sure what triggers that, but we can escape, so that's good.
Remember when I said this game was unfinished? Yeah, they basically like ran out of budget, and the studio went like bankrupt after its release.
Yeah, so when that happens, the most consistent way to fix it is to just leave and re-enter Mount Atlas zone itself. So that should hopefully let us progress through the game. Do need to make it down into that basement.
Yeah, makes sense. Just unload it from RAM so that way it loads correctly.
Yeah.
I wonder how even that happens.
Yeah, I haven't really dug into the code to figure
Yeah,
out why.
seeing all those cut down trees just really has me stumped.
How do you come up with these?
I am so tired right now.
Imagine if we had Stump here.
They would be. Yeah, yeah. Stump, another member of the Limit Break community who is at this event and probably asleep. Yes. So so we did lose 2 extra vases from that. We will just have to keep that in mind going forward. Probably buy some extra next chance we get. And this should hopefully. Okay, there we go. We successfully made it into the basement.
The game worked as intended. Clap for that. I heard a woo from the audience. I am amazed we have people up here watching this. I'm so thankful.
Yeah, so so we got our floppy. We're gonna give it to some scientists who I have on good authority are not going to copy it, so no one's gonna come after us. We're good. Wow. Okay. Fine. I'll leave the puns to Tigerion.
Yeah, don't leave the puns to me, please.
While you rocket ship off here, I would like to send my shout-outs rather to our foreign language restreams, French restream, which can be found at twitch.tv/Les French Restream, and our Japanese restream at twitch.tv/Japanese_restream. If those restreams can help you better enjoy this marathon, please go check them out and send them some love, because at this point, they deserve it.
Yeah. So yeah, once again, we're going to have to walk into the underground science guy conference thingy with its own special. There should probably be like a word for. Oh yeah, the World Scientist Convention. That's what they called it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still going on apparently.
Oh, what are they gonna do? The world hasn't been saved yet. They gotta stay at the convention.
Give the floppy to Dr. Archimedes.
Let's get right to it. Hand me the floppy, please. I'll put it in the computer.
Dr. Young's voice played from the speakers.
Ah, Dr. Maka's heart has turned evil. I now know his plan to take over the world. By unleashing the amoebaization ray against the world, he will turn all of mankind into amoebae. He calls it Operation Amoebaization. As I speak, he is busy finishing his secret experimental factory and putting the finishing touches on his plan. But it's not too late to stop him. I ask you all to come together and find it to destroy his secret factory. Additionally, I've jotted all the down all the scientific formulas behind his amoebaization ray.
This plan could spell the end of the world. MC, what happened to your father and mother must have been his first test.
We must test fast, or else more people will become amoebas and this world will fall into Maka Maka's hands.
Nevertheless, these are complex scientific formulae.
All right, we'll muster all of our intelligence to decipher them.
I've heard that there's a suspicious building on the continent across the sea north of Science Town. It must be the secret factory. MC, you and your friends are the world's last hope. You must destroy the Maka Maka's secret factory. We will do whatever we can to help. We'll contact you via the message bell as soon as we know anything. So best of luck to you.
That's right, we have a cell phone. Let's go.
No, we have a message bell.
Okay, fine. We have a message.
It's like a flip phone.
I feel like it's more like I demonstrate, but I have to like press buttons on a controller.
I'm sorry, the hand symbol, it's not getting across. It doesn't ring any bells for me.
Oh my god.
I warned you about this.
You did?
I was not warned, but I knew going in.
I wasn't warned.
We had to keep someone in the dark.
Anyways, we do have a bit of a walk here, which means we should probably summon the car and move faster. So let's do that.
Well, while you do that, it would be a great time to remind everyone that we are raising money for a great cause, and we also have a merch shop that is now live at tantramerch.com/RPG limit break. And they will donate up to $5 per item sold, excluding the Mimi plush, to the National Alliance on Mental Illness and their mission. So grab your gear now. They do have, as dowolf mentioned, an incredible Maka Maka shirt. I know everybody that's watching this wants some way to manifest this physically so they can take it with them everywhere they go. This is your chance. Go ahead and do so.
Yeah, so for completely unknown reasons, we grabbed a fruit of the Bodhi tree. I don't know why I possibly did that. Got no explanation.
You just know you had to in your heart.
I really did. Anyway, so yeah, so now we'll just head back over here into this castle where we need to sneak into a costume party. Unfortunately, we do not have costumes. Johnny is still recuperating in the hospital, and he was that cardboard box was the closest thing anyone had to a costume. Wait, Altair boy, that is a costume. Also, why is there a mariachi band?
Because mariachi's amazing.
Yeah, but this isn't mariachi music. It's good, but it's not mariachi.
You don't have to play mariachi music to be a mariachi band.
Isn't that what makes you a mariachi band, that you play mariachi music? Anyways,
Details.
Thankfully, it turns out that right here on this exact step, there just happens to be a mask set that we can pick up.
How convenient.
Truly. So we'll just put that on real quick. You got it? That is the wrong item.
So how are you supposed to know that's there if you're not already knowing the game?
There's an NPC who tells you.
Okay.
Somewhere in this city, I forget where. But somewhere in the city, an NPC will tell you that it's there. Anyways, hey, there's Johnny. Nice to see you again. And we'll keep going down and talk to this wonderful masked gentlewoman.
Huh? Could it be? Is that you, MC? I missed you so much that I turned after you, but finally my wish has been granted.
Huh?
Darling, I love you.
She has gone full doggy on us.
Boy, I'll take care of this mess. Y'all hurry on out of here.
And okay, now that we have made it past the wall, we can keep going north and go talk to this city's leader. I'm really not sure how we expected to get here if we hadn't just blown up the wall, but
We do not respect walls in this game.
How dare you? You stand in the presence of the city's princess.
It's fine, Nana. I am Christine. Could you be the legendary warrior? I must speak with you regarding the Maka Maka, but not here. Please come to my castle later. But I can only give my report to the legendary warrior himself. You must come alone.
right. So, if we go up there, it turns out that this is a trap. We would be thrown out. We would be hypnotized, stripped naked, thrown out the window, and have a bunch of little children run around in a circle and make fun of us for being stripped naked in public. Thankfully, there is a way to be immune to that effect, which is to eat the fruit of the Bodhi tree, which is why we picked that up earlier. So we'll just do that nice and quick.
Say very obvious. Everyone knows that.
No, absolutely. Again, this is all told to you if you play the game normally and are just talking to NPCs in town. Also, you get told that if you get thrown out the window, you get told that you need to get the free of the Bodhi tree, which was that one random tree on the overworld. So let's head in.
See, I think we just skipped one.
Oh, yeah, sorry, we skipped the cussing there, yeah.
The legendary warrior, yes? Queen Christine has told me of your visit. Please come in by yourself.
Mitch, dude, that queen chick is smoking, you lucky dog.
You'd better not cheat on me.
Be careful.
Yeah, so then we're already on the next cutscene because yeah.
Oh, legendary warrior, welcome to my castle. You must be exhausted. Won't you accept this fruit?
We say no.
Huh? Don't you like me? Then take this fruit.
No!
So you've seen through my clever disguise. I am not in fact Christine, but rather the sorceress Vaseline. I cannot believe you broke my sorcery. Oh.
That's after the fight, yeah. Which is where we are.
I cannot believe you broke my sorcery. I got through half the line before I realized I need to start over.
Very slow loads.
Indeed. So we'll just open up this treasure chest, which contains the key to the jail, and which is, of course, where the actual leader of the city is being held captive. So, unfortunately, that is on the entire other side of town. We could RC out of this, but then we wouldn't have a party, and we kind of do want to have a party for the rest of the game. Not actually sure what the consequences are of not having a party. I assume the game soft locks somewhere, but I don't actually know. Hey, main character, you ain't hurt.
Thank goodness.
What a relief. Anyways, yeah, so we'll just go all the way around.
Thought we were on a different scene.
I'm sorry, I'm also confusing myself a little bit here, yeah.
There's a lot of scenes all right after one another.
Yeah. But, yeah, so we're almost to the prison. I'm really not sure why they I guess you put the prison on the outskirts of the city, but, like, this feels a little extreme. We had to walk across an entire moat.
Castles are pretty big, you know.
Again, I'm pretty sure there's no encounters here, so I don't know why we're getting this creepy dungeon music. But it has been a very long time since I played this game with encounters. So.
As in, there's not even encounters here, even without the debug pass.
Yeah, yeah. Here we are. We have no idea what's inside, but I'm pretty sure it's fine.
Thank you very much. I am Christine, the queen of this town. As thanks, won't you help yourself to some fruit?
No.
My, are you not a fruit person? I'm terribly sorry, but you look so pale. Why, I'm certain you already know this. I was imprisoned here by a pack of villains known as the Maka Maka. Currently, they are carrying out wicked experiments in a factory to the east of here. I beg of you, please, destroy the Maka Maka's secret factory. I happen to know an excellent, if somewhat barbaric, way to get inside there. Please come to the roof of this tower. I will be waiting for you there. Until then.
Yeah. So we mentioned the Etoile Princess run earlier, and there was a certain mode of transportation that happened to be contained within that game. One might consider it sort of. No, I was banned from doing puns. I can't say that.
I say it's a bit of a secret way to do it.
Yep. So directly on top of the prison is a cannon, because of course there is, and it happens to be pointing directly at the factory, and the factory is in range. It's all really nice.
I have been waiting for you. Please enter into the cannon. Have you prepared your heart?
So
The mana fast travel came early.
yeah. So this is another dungeon. It's supposed to be really long and maze-like, but by an amazing coincidence, once we get down this floor, we have to go down to the southwest corner from here. But then, from there, it just so happens that after beating the boss of this area, you go back up a story, and that actually puts you directly in a place that we can remote control cars to. So we'll get there in a little bit of a jiffy. Right back.
Well, while you make this journey, we do have a $5 donation coming in from Neobari that says, chat, we have an important job to do. We're less than $200 away from hitting that $40,000 total. So we need get that $5 donation train to make that happen during this run. During this run would be incredible. You have about an hour and some change left on this Maka Maka run that has just been an absolute treat for everyone involved. I'm saying that on behalf of the incredible commentary we have down here, who I just assume are having an incredible time.
I am the captain of the Maka Maka, tasked with protecting the secret factory. You're too late. Dr. Maka Maka has already completed his research. The amoebization ray will fire any minute now, and will celebrate by bathing in your blood.
Yeah, unfortunately, the entire party got healed. Actually a little inconvenient, because if they weren't healed, we wouldn't have to give them menu selections. Yeah, a little bit thrown off. Did they get healed? Yeah, I'm not sure.
I like how you were talking about how nice it is to have a party, and then immediately the next time you have a party, you're like, oh, this is terrible, we have a party. You can't stop the amoebization ray.
Thank you, travelers, but it's too late. They've already activated the amoebization ray. Soon the amoebization energy will overflow and all people will become amoeba.
I managed to overhear the Maka Maka. Apparently the only way to stop it is to throw the Giga Ore into the reactor. However, the Maka Maka has already destroyed all of the Giga Ore throughout the world.
That's pretty convenient.
This is all one cutscene. Yeah, I'm sorry about that extra
Yep.
line. Right.
Okay, long ago I heard of a large island to the west. There inside Tropical Castle is supposed to be a storehouse filled with Giga Ore. Surely the Maka Maka have yet to extend their reach here. Oh no, that was a Maka Maka soldier. Now that they know, they'll try to beat you to the Tropical Castle. Please hurry to the Tropical Castle to the west and protect the final Giga Ore.
Yeah, so we'll just rocket on over there.
Yeah, this is very tropical music.
Look, the music is good. It's not always thematic, but it's good.
Unfortunately, somehow, despite them presumably not having a rocket ship, they have beat us here.
You don't know that.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. You're too late, MC. You've got us in the middle of roasting the king. He wouldn't tell us where he hid the Giga ore, you see. We'll send you on ahead to greet him in hell. I like how the sprites just get better and better.
These are Captain Small Fries, for the record. And they gave so little explanation.
Well, they are still Zako.
Darn it. How could we lose to a kid in a jumper?
Thank you, son-in-law. I see the Giga ore, you say. The Maka Maka were looking for it too, but we long ago mined all of the Giga here. There isn't even any left in the storeroom. But wait, I'm certain there was some Giga still remaining. Ah, yes, in the pendant Cynthia wears. In her Giga pendant, which she always wears on her person. There you'll find the last of the ore.
Yeah, we're also going to cycle in and out real quick because this is the easiest place to get more of the vases because we had to buy some extras. Or we can't buy them right now. Okay.
So yeah, there's little Zako just chilling there.
Okay. Nope.
Yep.
That is. We can keep going for now. I'll figure somewhere else out to buy it. We're gonna head back to New Queen Town, which is where we were shot out of a cannon. Very memorable location, to be sure.
Would you buy one in New Queen?
I'm not sure. Not every city has them for whatever reason. Like, Hometown doesn't. I know Hometown doesn't. I will have to think about this.
Nothing wrong with a little on-the-fly routing.
It is
Yeah.
the way. It is the way.
Yeah, I can't believe in your notes you just glazed over where to get more vases.
Anyways, yeah, so once again, there is someone on the second floor of an inn.
This is a theme.
It really is. And I'm going to double check that L's inventory for no apparent reason. And we'll talk to Johnny.
Whoa, good to see y'all here. What is it? You're looking pale as a white peach. Right, I'll use my 3,000-year Chinese special bin ball on y'all. Ah, so that's how it is. You'll find Cynthia holed up on inside here. Girl so down in the dumps, my heart goes out to her.
Hi, Cynthia.
You came to see me, darling. I'm so happy. Huh? My pendant, for you, darling, I'd give everything. After all, we've even been married. Excuse me? ... We're the happy couple. Really? Is that true, MC?
More dots.
You stupid jerk. Never talk to me again.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Hurry after her.
Don't you worry about darn tootin' thing, MC. I'll go chase on down after her. Y'all just take care of that amoebization thingamajig. Vamoose. Or is that a later cutscene?
That's this cutscene right here.
Oh.
Oh.
All good. And main character, we gotta focus on taking out the amoebization ray. You gotta put the chick behind you right now.
Don't worry, darling. I'll take care of you.
I bet we can trust Cynthia. Let's all go off together.
I'm so happy. Darling, I'll never leave your side again.
Cynthia has joined the party.
Nice jingle for that.
Also, they're all box people now.
Ah, so we found Johnny's hometown.
It didn't seem like they were paired off. I thought there'd be more shipping going on.
It took me a second to get that one. It's late/early.
There. Another one all packed up nice.
Alright, so we're just gonna head on down. Like we've been discussing, we need to toss the Giga Ore back into the fires of Mount Mordor in which it was forged. That is not the right staircase. Yep, it's not the right staircase. It's just there, and it's all climbable.
It's on the right-hand side, though, therefore it must be the right staircase.
Yeah, what sort of video game makes you go left? This is unacceptable. And we're going down. Everything was different than I thought it was.
I like that your notes just say, do the thing.
I mean, yeah, we're just sort of doing plot.
I mean, yeah, when it comes to Lord of the Rings references in your notes, you really do have a habit about that kind of thing.
Ah, we've been expecting you. Come, quickly.
So now that we're here, we'll just toss the Giga pendant in. We did it! We've stopped the immunization ray device.
With that, we've put an end to Maka Maka's dark ambitions.
Congratulations, darling.
Main character, the message bell's ringing. Don't that mean Dr. Pascal's calling? We take the message bell out of our pocket.
MC, we finally finished analyzing Yang's specific scientific formulas. The final step to complete the immunization ray is to add in a Giga Ore. The immunization cannot fully function without it. What? You're kidding? You just threw the Giga Ore in the reactor? Oh, no.
Fools! We were Maka Maka soldiers all along! And we were at our wits' end to get our hands on the Glass Giga Ore, but you did the work for us! It's a matter of time until the immunization ray is unleashed upon the world.
Darn it!
We have to stop it.
Darling!
Oh no, the immunization rays are pouring out all over the world. Look, just come back to Science Town.
Yeah, so this is like the one cutscene in the game where we get to finish before the cutscene does. So we will make it back there in a second. Actually, we get warped there, so let's keep going. And now we're here.
Oh, MC, it's a disaster. If only we managed to solve Dr. Yang's scientific formula sooner. Huh? Where's Elle? Oh, the poor girl. But we have no time to discuss her now. Dr. Democlaus, have you finished your work on the device?
Dr. Pascal, it's finally ready. With this newly inventive world monitor, we'll be able to know the goings-on around the world like the palm of our hands.
Good. Let's put it to use and see how the damage is. Everyone seemed happier as an amoeba.
This cutscene's long, so let's probably get I know it's saying it. Next lines.
Oh my god, everyone from Hometown Village has been turned into amoebas.
It would seem that the immunization ray simultaneously struck everywhere around the world, and everyone who was outside was turned into an amoeba.
It pains me to say it, but Dr. Maka Maka has succeeded in his plan. We have fallen before the force of his ambition.
Wait, what's this?
What is that?
I sense a special barrier here and here alone. Something must be within it.
Could it be? Is this the Valley of Evil spoken only in that one legend? I never imagined it was real.
Perhaps this is where Dr. Maka Maka's...
Of course, that must be it. Dr. Maka Maka must be in the Valley of Evil. MC, our backs are against the wall. Unless you defeat Dr. Maka Maka, the people turned into amoeba will never return to normal.
Exclamation point.
The final battles are almost here.
However, Dr. Maka Maka possesses superhuman powers and the heart of a demon. Alone, the four of you could never hope to overcome him. You must gather allies who share your love of peace and your hatred of evil.
Yes, sir. I will find Masa, Johnny, and L2. If we all fight together, I know we can beat Dr. Maka Maka.
Darn straight. Then we'll go on ahead and check things out. We'll meet up with you at the entrance to the Valley of Evil.
The Valley of Evil lies to the northeast of Monte Chicago Town.
Yes, sir. MC, I'm sorry, but I'll need to borrow the Altair car. I'll be back.
Yes, MC. Take the world monitor with you. The peace of the world rests on your efforts. Good luck.
Yeah, so we have reached sort of like the final act of the game, like in good old RPG fashion. We are really foolish and did something we shouldn't have, and now the bad guys are winning. But it's not over. We can still go to Michael, who was the Don of the city we met earlier in the plot. He has a grudge to pick with the Maka Maka on account of the whole swelling of the face thing. So maybe he'll help us out here.
How's the Maka Maka related to that?
Well, it's because you can always count on the Mafia when you're down on your luck.
Oh, I mean, Granny Slaps worked for... Actually, did Granny Slaps work for the Maka Maka? That wasn't really clear.
Yeah, she's just kind of generally being evil, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, she brought hands. That's about all that was necessary.
And I need to remember to check the item shop here, but yeah.
This is Don Michael's mansion, and the Don will meet with no one. Huh? Your acquaintance is his, then forgive my rudeness. Come on, come in.
Oh, MC, good to see ya. Darn it. Just thinking about it, that's pissing me off. The darn bastard came over the mountains to the northeast, and did this to my face. Twice now I've been made a fool out of. They're gonna pay the piper next time I see them. Yeah, you know whatever happened to Grandma Slaps? She ought to be able to turn my face back to normal. What? She's your boat's oars now. Mind bringing that boat over yours to Sandport Town's docks? We'll head on over there and make sure it's all ready for you.
Yeah. So
You asked me to do an accent for this, and I'm like struggling hard enough to do that. I can't even get words together. That's
all good. All
Honestly,
good.
yeah. And there's a lot of like weird words in there, like amoebaization in an accent I don't think I could do.
Yeah, that is a word.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
not just a word that dowolf made up for this one.
The word in Japanese is also made up, in my defense. Anyways, please have some vases. Not on that page. Not on that page. Nope. Okay. Well, we'll find some later. We are running out of laters, but we're not out yet.
Maybe that Y is like a wishbone.
I kind of get it.
I don't know, just in my heart, I feel like it's got to be a bad reference that I'm not getting.
Yeah, so we need to get the boat there. Thankfully, we can rocket straight to the boat. We've already done once this run, haven't we? So we rocket straight to the boat, and then we just need to sail all the way back to the port town. This world map is really big. It is swept within 4 levels of ocean, and if you don't know what level of ocean swept within 4 levels of ocean is, you're lucky. Stay that way.
What is it, like Gen 3 levels of ocean?
It's like, I don't know. It's basically like there is maybe 1 unit of land for every 1,000 units of water.
Jeez.
Wow.
It's pretty rough. And also there's random encounters every like 5 steps. And I realize that you're in a boat and therefore there are no steps, but still.
I can't believe a dev decided to even try and float that idea.
While you traverse the ocean here, I do have a $5 donation that says, getting in on that $5 donation train, let's see that $40,000 total. This group has done an incredible live rendition so far. Put this towards the French voice actor's choice.
Next unmet.
All right, so we are in town now. Let's go.
I finally finished the new engine.
Great. Hope you don't mind if I borrow Granny Slaps for a bit. Hey, Pops, get that new engine installed. Stat.
On it.
Eek! Mercy, please! I turned over a new leaf. I'll never work for the Maka Maka again.
Then first, use those slaps to turn my face back to normal.
That's easy enough. Yeah, yeah. I've come to make all the wrongs I've done. I'll lend you my slaps. Oh, they've come off, you see. You can even use them to fly in the sky. Here, take them.
MC, I'm gonna pay them. I'm gonna make the Maka Maka pay for what they've done. I want to beat them black and blue with my own 2 hands. Let me come with you.
Michael has joined the party.
Right, let's use the slaps to get over the mountains to the northeast.
Okay, so Grandma Slaps does work for the Maka Maka.
Yep, we have now established this. And please have some vases. We can deal if they don't, but it'd be very convenient if they don't. Okay, cool. Yes, let's get back onto our boats. And we can head over. Yeah, we can head over towards the Valley of Evil. Wait, no, I need to get... Okay. I'm actually we're going to go on a quest to find a vase in some town. So let's... I'm gonna check to see if we can get some in the Tropical Kingdom, like now. If they will let us buy some there. Because we do need one more, literally we need one more vase. We're short one, which is a little inconvenient, but.
Well, while that happens, you might have noticed us talking about incentives and prizes and things like that when these donations do come in. And this means that via your generous donations, you get to potentially name characters, make runners complete difficult or ridiculous tasks, or help pick which story you get to see in certain games. You can also become eligible to win numerous prizes donated by community members. And also, it's so important to remember that 100% of your donations go directly to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. For more information, check the channel bio for a link to the 2025 tracker.
I'm pretty sure no one else sells vases anymore in the world at this point.
Apparently, because yeah, that wait, that is the right yeah, that's the right shopkeeper. Yeah, so I guess okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna try one more location, and if not, I will think of something, I guess. Let's try Tiramisu.
Speaking about those prizes and donation incentives, I did want to mention that we do have an incredible schedule coming ahead of us. We do have some awesome donation incentives and bid wars and things like that are active currently. There's a bunch for the Legend of Mana Remastered, which is coming up a little bit later today. You can choose a soundtrack, choose to fight Deathbringer 2. You can name the hero, name the pet rabbite, save Dana during the Star-Crossed Lovers. You can select the hero, and you can take Lady Black Pearl to the Bejeweled City. So if you are donating, and it's going to be to a good cause, but make sure you're also including what you want that money to go towards, because there are a lot of really, really incredible incentives ahead of us.
Yeah, looks like there's just not being sold. Okay, yeah, okay, well, we will keep... So I'm basically worried we are going to get soft locked if we don't find one more. Is basically the concern.
Would New Queen have one though?
It might. We'll find out. Don't think we've tried there. Why do they have to stop selling them? That is so weird. We are running out of towns, though, to search for this item.
Do you know if there's any like backups in a chest anywhere?
Not that I know of, unfortunately. I bought one too few at the very beginning of the game, I think. I bought 15 instead of 16, I think is what happened. Okay, and I mean, eventually we're going to just have to... just try to keep going. And just... No, that's remote control cars you have. I know there's none in the starting town. Let's just make sure there's not like a... Are you also an item shop? No, you're a weapons shop. Okay, there's a second item shop down here. Please have it.
Crossing my fingers. No.
Okay. Okay, we are going to try to keep going, and we will find out what happens, I guess. Yeah, don't really have a better plan. So we're gonna go with that plan.
That's really strange.
Yeah. Let's just make sure there's no shopkeeper on like the west side of town that we're forgetting about. Nope. Okay, that's just the end. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to the boat. That detour out of the way.
So those are just basically shops that were selling before are no longer selling it?
Yeah. Yeah. There is a city that we can visit now that we have the slaps, the wings.
Mm-hmm.
So we will. I can check there too. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm basically coming to here because I know where on the world map to go to from this city. So just come back here really quick. Use the flaps.
Oh, it's even got a sound effect.
Good.
Okay. One last. Also, we're a boat now.
What happened there?
Yeah. So one last try. Let's check out your shops. Come on. Nope. Okay. Yeah. So, given that, we'll just head on out. And we need to do some quick inventory management. We need to make sure the main character's inventory is full. It is perfect. Then we will have Michael give this over to the main character. And we will have it change with this jumper that we have equipped. Then we'll give our other jumper over to Cynthia. We'll have both of them equip their jumpers.
Very important.
Absolutely. And in normal fashion, because we traded for the jumper, we have now the stats of... yeah, we didn't actually lose the stats that we would normally have lost when... Yeah, so the game thinks that we have it equipped on 3 characters now instead of 4. That's what we're trying to say. And then let's slap... we can just walk our way over. We're pretty close. That'll be faster from here. Yeah, so we're going to head into this castle guarding the entrance to the Valley of Evil. And at the entrance, there are going to be some bats. And bats are, of course... to beat the bats, we have to get some garlic. And to get some garlic, we have to get a prayer book. And once we get a prayer book, we discover that the Buddha who would give us the garlic is being, what's the word? Being harassed by a bunch of foxes. And foxes are weak to bean curd. And to get the bean curd, we have to walk in a circle around a random tree in a forest like 3 times. All of this is way too much work. Thankfully, bats are also allergic to remote control cars. We just remote control car our way past them and keep right on going.
I love it.
Yes, so...
It pains me that you're skipping all these chests.
It does me too, but... yeah, if one of them has it, I don't know which one is the problem.
Yeah, and with how slow walking is,
Yeah, randomly checking every chest is not the play, to be sure. However, that is the boss right there. He's directly below us. We all know how this goes. We're gonna just use up our remote control car stock. And we are going to try to walk out of here, which I'm really hoping the game will let us do. I am the Master General and have sworn an eternal oath of loyalty to Lord Maka Maka. Past here lies the Valley of Evil. But I will not let you pass. Go forth, Vampire Dracula!
I am the vampire Dracula. Do you truly believe you can overcome the legend of Dracula? A pinch of garlic, a cinch to overcome. Okay. I don't think the other restreams are quite sorry enough for me being on stream yet. They're not getting my puns translated probably, so I need to in some way get them upset that I am here.
Yeah, so as you saw, we dealt 300 damage with the main character. That tells us that we successfully did the glitch to still basically have the item attached. So main character is going to deal like about half as much damage as the people using the jumpers, but that basically does mean we have like 2.5 jumpers worth of attacks per cycle, which is very nice. And we are going to really hope that we can walk out of here without using a vase, that we're not stuck. But we'll find out.
I thought there was nothing stronger, better than Dracula. The legend of Dracula has been overcome. That is my only regret.
Not bad, Legendary Warrior main character, but I will never let you pass into the Valley of Evil. Die, main character. Thankfully, it does not have much HP. Now let's find out who this masked general is. Let's remove that mask. L? But why?
L?
What you doing here, Twitch? Never would have took you for being the Masked General.
I found out about my fate, the terrible fate born of my past life. Then, hundreds of millions of years ago, the dynamic Nyaba Nyaba tribe slew the Shaba Shaba tribe and guided the world into darkness. And I was their princess, Limia. Dr. Maka Maka, too, was a member of the Nyaba Nyaba tribe in his past life. No person can escape the fate of their past lives. MC, you are my sworn enemy then, and so you are my sworn enemy now.
Yes.
Everyone, long time no see. Oh, no. Are we there yet?
Yeah, yeah, no, keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. Yeah.
Everyone, long time no see. It's me, the receptionist at the Red Prince Hotel. But that was just a disguise. I'm actually Nebaba, the Maka Maka's medium. I have but followed the course of evil laid out aeons ago. Elle has awoken to her evil nature and sworn fealty to Dr. Maka Maka. Your 3 friends in the basement were captured and put there by Dracula at her command. The events of the past recur anew. Though she lost in battle against you, her heart remains unchanged. Now I must continue my research into our past lives. I say that's me. It's gonna be me again.
Yep.
But I get a second to drink some water.
Yeah, you take a second. It's going to take us a bit to march out. Because, yeah, it looks like we're going to be fine to march out of here. It just is going to take a hot second. I think it's this way. Find
That
out.
sounds like my cue to pop in and remind everybody that we have a bit of a deadline coming up for some of these awesome prizes we currently have available. They are available until Pokemon Crystal. That's going to include the Wizardry 1 PS5 Japanese version provided to us by T. Murdoch 8. We have a Professor Oak card shadow box. It looks really cool. A minimum donation of $5, and that one was provided to us by Sagittarius Studios. We have the beautiful Lapras plush you can see behind our incredible cast of voice actors here, and that is a minimum of $100.
This will work.
And if you get these donations in before Pokemon Crystal, then you can actually be in the running for any of these items and all of them if you meet
Oh,
those
this is
minimum
going us way too
donations.
slowly.
We saw a chance to try and maybe death warp out, but we have forgotten that we were actually pretty strong.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
and
we were taking 2 damage a step and had 240 HP. Sorry to interrupt. Please go ahead.
Hey, not a problem, my friend. This is a great time just to remind everybody that we are RPG Limit Break 2025, and we're coming to you from Denver, Colorado this year. We're raising money for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and it's been an absolutely great event so far with a ton of awesome runs and runners, including this glorious run we've been watching up to this point. You got about 30 minutes left until this run is over, so make sure if you want to donate and make sure dowolf or one of these incredible voice actors hears your donation, get them in before that run is finished.
Okay, the reason why I turned around right there is because I figured out where I was. So we can now go back to the route. We can just actually remote control car down from here and make it to the next boss, which is really nice because otherwise we would have had to go to an absolutely horrible hotel where it only has like one working elevator and no water and and like construction going on constantly and just all sorts of absolutely painful things. But we don't have to do that. We're just gonna go straight to the boss. And she actually says, "What? How did you find me here?" But it doesn't matter. Your lives end now.
I promise I'm still here. I'm just standing. I just gotta stretch my legs.
but you still cannot change the karma of your past lives. Suffer, MC. You and L will be mortal enemies for all eternity.
All right, so now we're going to use that final vase because otherwise we are pretty sure we're actually stuck in here if we don't use the vase to escape. Because we definitely cheated our way inside. But yeah, we also saw a message that said, "In the meadows west of Kansas Village, twixt the pines, lies the shrine of the cycle. Through there, can you travel to the past?" So we actually have yeah. Oh, I'll just buy. We do not have to buy remote control cars here. I could have skipped this. Oh well. But yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna
Just be safe.
Just be safe. Yeah. I've messed up enough, and this wonderful. I
Alright.
I actually feel like I'm getting a third wind. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, so. We now know how to travel to the past, which means we can investigate this claim that we just heard about our past lives. So again, so what would we find out in that past life? Was there really a war between these two forces? Are we really stuck in an endless cycle of destiny? Will I remember who gets the items in the item shop? Will we unlock all of our other party members from prison? Will we complete some series of side quests in order to get them all their ultimate weapons? No. We're not doing any of that because we bought more remote control cars for a reason. That reason is so we can do glitches. We'll just quickly grab our slaps. Where on? Oh yeah, Mike. Maybe I don't have a third wind. But yeah, so we'll grab the slaps and we're going to head on up and over back to the castle where we just were. And this time we're going to take a slightly different path through. We are going to go to the northeast corner. And yeah, so we're not actually going to the past yet. We're saving that for later. Basically, also, it turns out that because we didn't defeat them normally, they're still here. But thankfully, glitched bats are also weak to remote control cars. So we'll just sneak on through that way. Then we will make our way to the northeast corner of the map. From there, we'll be able to get into the valley on the far end. reason why we're there is basically we're supposed to do a bunch of stuff in order to get L to actually get out of the way to get through, and then we could like explore that area behind there, and we would have learned that there is a secret item we could pick up there. Thankfully, that item's already there, so we can just pick it up right now. As soon as we we have to climb up a flight of stairs. You have to make sure I'm on the right square. This is right. So this will get us right on through. Yeah, so now we just need to explore the overworld a bit. Unfortunately, we still don't have a car back, so we do need to walk, which is a bit inconvenient. We cannot fly within the Valley of Evil, sadly.
So we do get to enjoy, like, even the overworld sprites. Like, they are really lovingly done.
They are. Unfortunately, there's not as many frames of animation as one might like, but they are definitely. What we have is fantastic. That was not the right way.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of sprites in this game. Most of them have 2. They get 2 frames of animation. That's all you're gonna get.
So we'll just head on up here to the flower bed. There we are. Step on some more flowers. Also seems to be a theme. And investigate gets us the Book of the Cycle, let's call it. Rinne no Sho. So with that, we can now rocket back to Hometown Village, where we need to go, because from there we can then make it to those trees that we were just told about that will let us travel to the past.
And while you rocket, I do want to pop in with $100 donation from Spock Rocket. So applause for that. And the message reads, imagine waking up and the first thing you do is tune into this run with 0 context.
I am not sure there's much context.
Oh, context would not help you one bit. Don't you worry.
This has been an absolutely delightful run. Great job to the runner and all of the incredible voice actors on the couch. Thank you so much for that $100 donation, Spock Rocket. And that does put us at $39,930, so we are only $70 away from that $40,000 grand total of donations raised so far. So you have about 30 minutes before this run is over. If you want to see that 40K total before dowolf, and he deserves it. I mean, he's been playing Maka Maka for 2.5 hours, let's be honest. So please get those donations in. We appreciate it, and it is for a great cause.
Yeah. So welcome to the past. We have new music. We have old music, right? That's how this works. That's how time works, right?
We have new old music.
We have new old music.
I haven't heard it. It's new to me.
Anyway, so here we do encounter the foretold battlefield between the 2 tribes. Thankfully, we don't have to walk across it because we can just sort of go out this way, and then the game thinks we've walked across it. So then we're just going to keep on going. Coming up in a few seconds, we are actually going to have a bit of a strobe light effect. So if we could get a flashing lights warning on stream, it won't be for very long, but it will be very flashy while it lasts. So we are going to use the Book of the Seal here, and that will... Book of the Seal, Book of the Cycle, and now we will have flashing lights.
Jeez.
I like that it moves in between each flash.
We are moving at the speed of flash, yes.
Flying red light, green light.
It would be the other way around, right? Green light, red light. We're stopping on the greens. And that is definitely not how you get on a boat. Flashing is over. Anyone with any issues with that can feel free to look back. However, the graphics are very corrupted. We're going to use the world monitor item. That fixes the graphics for us. Then we have to just sort of load back in. But now, like, the world looks like it's supposed to, which is useful. The world record does, in fact, not fix the graphics, which is really impressive. I cannot do that. So we're just going to now float over. We found our first landmark continent, so we'll just sail along the coast of this continent, and then I'm just going to duck down. We're going to follow that south as well. Yeah, so the ocean has gotten even bigger. There's less land than before and more ocean. And if you remember how much ocean there was before, you know how much that is. But thankfully, we have those landmarks, and we've already found our way to the past version of OED Town, where we have an extremely important cutscene to see. Up in the northeast corner, so we'll just sort of march on in. It's amazing how this town looks basically exactly the same as it does in the present, but I swear we're in the past. That is not the right way. Let's swing around north. And our cutscene starts now.
Have a wonderful day, dear.
Thanks, your flint's as wonderful as ever today. I'm burning, my heart's burning. Youch!
Dear, was it hot?
Yeah, it was hot.
Yeah, okay, so that cutscene was extremely important. I swear.
I fully understand the story now.
That cutscene provided context, and the game requires context in order to allow us to progress. So now we need to get back to the present. That was literally the only thing we needed to do in the past was watch that cutscene.
Context, please, for that.
No, that was the context. I can't give you context for the context.
This boat music's really good.
It is. Yeah, so we're going to retrace the steps we took to get onto the boat, except we're going to then duck east a little bit early. Yeah, okay. And then we just sort of follow this coastline around, and it'll bring us back to the gates to the present. Yep, there we go. And yeah, so unfortunately, that is all of the wonderful boat music and all of the wonderful past music that we get to enjoy. But we do have plenty of well, we have one more cutscene before we reach the final dungeon. So basically, we are going to travel to Volcano Mountain. Wonderful name there, Volcano Mountain, which I'm sure you remember was that mountain with the Firebird at the very beginning of the game. Now, at the very beginning of the game, we gave him the Firebird some medicine, and that was the wrong medicine, and he got long legs. Which means we don't go to the Fire Mountain. We're going to the Fire Mountain after we go to Old Edo, where we need to pick up that flint that got tossed into the pool in the past. Because in the present, there's no longer a pool there, which means we can pick it up. And then that flint will let us cure the Firebird. Does this not make more sense than most things in this plot? I think so.
Okay. I don't think I quite that. Can you strike that and repeat it?
Okay, so we went to the past to watch a cutscene where someone threw a flint into a pool. And therefore, in the present, we could find that flint in the pool because as we saw when we were going through all the item shops, there wasn't any item shop that was selling a flint. So this was the easiest way to get a flint. And the flint starts a fire. The Firebird is, of course, made of fire. Therefore, the flint lets us heal the Firebird, and with the healed Firebird can fly.
What happens to the Firebird's legs?
Good question.
Yeah, that is a very good question.
Should have steeled yourself for that question.
Well, I mean, back when we repaired the legs, there was that cutscene where the legs looked very bad. I don't know how the legs are doing right now. But with that flint, now we will actually travel to the volcano. Whee! Honestly, this wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for like the 10 seconds of loading. Anyways, we've walked up this mountain before, and we're going to walk up it again. So, Palmer, you got any final messages for us before we go into the end game?
Yes, I do. I just want to send my thanks to the people involved with our foreign language restreams. Thank you so much for your patience this lovely morning and all the support they've been giving us. The French and Japanese restreams have both been incredible during the duration of this Maka Maka run. You can check out the French restream at twitch.tv/LesFrenchRestream and the Japanese restream at twitch.tv/Japanese_restream. If those restreams can help you better enjoy this marathon, especially during this run, then please go give them some love and check them out. They're great peoples. At the same time, I also want to give a shout out to some of our artists this year. We have LLK, who designed the logo. We have Mega Weasel and It's Casa, who designed several of the emotes, which you can access by subscribing to this channel. All revenue from subs, bits, and ads will contribute to the funding of our annual marathons, and your support is critical to helping us put these events on. dowolf, back to you.
Huh? What? This feeling? I'm burning. My heart's on fire.
All right. Yeah, so now the Firebird can fly. Now, the Slaps could not fly in the Valley of Evil, but the Firebird can. We're going to take the Firebird and we're going to fly directly above Maka Maka's castle, which conveniently was directly north of where we were. Also, shout-outs to Corrupted Graphics.
I was going to say, and what exactly is that that's flying across screen? But apparently
Goodness. I was off by apparently a square. Mode 7 graphics are hard. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm busting through the barrier around Castle Maka Maka. Hang on tight.
There was a barrier around, I swear.
Firebird.
Thanks to you, I was able to fly in the sky once more. I regret nothing.
Thank you, Firebird.
Yeah. Also, our sprite is green now because we were supposed to have recruited an elephant. Again, I swear that makes sense.
Oh my!
I don't believe you.
We were supposed
I
to
have
recruit.
never once
Okay.
believed him.
So we were supposed to be riding a green elephant right now. If we were riding the elephant, we'd be at like a 3x3 square, and that elevator would make sense. Also, we'd be forced to walk through the middle of all of these corridors. We're gonna take a safety save, real quick.
Wait, you can save in this game?
Yeah. Also, we learn about all of our past lives when we save. So she's telling us about all of our past lives right now. We don't actually need to save the game, or just like gives us a checkpoint. So if we die, we will resurrect here instead of wherever we were last, which I have no idea where that even is. Might be way back in hometown, but we didn't do that. So the encounters in this area are all in the exact center of these tiles, which we can walk around because we're not on top of an elephant.
Huh. Even with the debug, you still get encounters here?
Yeah, these are forced encounters.
Ah,
so we do
okay.
get them here.
How convenient that they're only in the middle, though.
It really is. Like, they were not expecting us to come in on foot.
I know I wouldn't.
But that is the last of the encounters dodge, which means we get to go to the traditional outer space final boss arena.
Hell yeah!
I really don't know how we got into outer space from there, but here we are.
Maybe it's inner space.
You know, that actually kind of makes sense to me right now.
I am Maka Maka, and I have far surpassed the abilities of mankind. I have the power of the gods and the heart of a devil, yet you fools dare challenge me to battle? Come at me, brat.
Okay.
Oh.
As you can see, we have an extra option in menu. We can now cast magic because we learned about our past lives. We don't care. We're just going to use our jumpers and our silver sword just like we've been for most of the game, because those are the best way to deal damage.
Oh man, we're getting some animation.
Okay, that was unfortunate. We've already lost Michi. Michi's entire job in that fight was basically to be a damage sponge and last as long as possible. She usually lasts longer than that. The final boss has a bunch of attacks in this first phase. Most of them do nothing, and then sometimes they kill you.
What was it?
Okay, see, that time it used the same attack, and that time it did nothing.
Sounds like a dial-up modem.
So we would really like to see some crits. Okay, that drained all of our TP, all of our magic points, essentially. Again, we're not casting spells. never cast. Actually, I've cast spells in this game. That's not true. But we're definitely not casting a spell right now, because. But yeah, it's good to see the Maka Maka waste a turn like that. 'Cause that was a good chunk of our HP right there.
It's nice that we get this theme for this too.
It's a nice final boss theme, to be sure. Okay, I'm glad we haven't lost a second character yet after losing Michi almost instantly.
How much damage does this boss have? Or how much health does this boss have?
A lot.
A lot. That's definitely a big number.
Oh, it's the biggest. You might say it's no, I can't do. I'm not Tigerion. I can't do
I was going to
puns.
say, you build all that up, and then you couldn't Maka Maka a pun on command.
Is she just immune, or has this just been like luck?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
So yeah,
I'm not
Kind
quite
of a binary question.
like I'm not quite sure how that attack works. I think having the higher defense from the jumper is making it more likely to survive, but like it also rarely takes somebody out in general.
yeah. Like there's some other bosses where they have attacks that have animations, but as far as dowolf has been able to figure out, there might not be anything that they do other than do an animation. So who knows?
I mean, I have not played this game legitimately nearly as much as I played it illegitimately. And we took no damage from that. Okay, I think we are getting near the end of this first phase, though. So there is a quick little cutscene between, though. Okay, still didn't lose anyone, which is really good. Well, spoke too soon. Okay, we still can deal 1,000 damage around. That's fine. In fact, we can deal more than that. We can almost 1,200. We haven't. Okay. Just up to you, main character.
Surely he'll be fine.
Come on, please get a Kaishi no Ichigeki.
You don't have the menu anymore.
It is pretty free, the menuing now. I just have to mash A.
He just needs to pick the shorter animation attacks, please.
Ooh, why did you say that? Okay.
That was my fault.
Okay, we should be fine to give it another go. That's based on the time we have left.
That was absurd amount of health.
Yep. It really is.
Especially after how many things in this game have died to 1, 2, or 3 hits. Like I said, I severely doubt this game got play testing, especially at this part of the game. Some on the way, maybe, but yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to point out this isn't the only Super Famicom game with this kind of wacky aesthetic. They did later release another one called Day of the Idea, which has kind of this similar out there, charming 90s Japanese humor. And I believe they had several members of the same team. I've also heard it's a generally better put together game, but it's also sadly a little bit more obscure.
It definitely is a much better game.
Okay, try number 2. Yeah, so, I mean, basically, we are hoping that the game is just going to be a little bit kinder to us this time. We don't need too many, we just need a couple more crits, a couple more,
Michi survive.
There we go, there's a Kaishi no Ichigeki, and it is Sheen. And Michi immediately gets wiped out turn 1 again, okay. we definitely want to see that attack. Because, again, we do not care if it drains our TP. Okay.
I'm guessing healing is not something you'd want to do, or do you not have any healing items?
We don't really have any healing items.
I'll say, I know outside of combat, you can use the jumper for all sorts of magic things. Can you?
We can only out of combat.
I kind of figured.
Yeah.
So maybe just get better damage rolls with the main character.
Yeah, we need a couple crits. We need some luck with rolling that attack all the time, basically. Yeah, we will hopefully get there. Yeah, so far, at least, we're getting good hits in here. Yeah, we dodged. Let's go. Okay. Okay. The boss crit
Yeah.
us. Yeah, we don't have anything.
This time for sure.
This time for sure. Come on. Okay, come on, let's just keep rolling dodges. Keep rolling dodges. Come on, Kaishi no Shigeki. Yeah, there we go. That's a dodge. Cynthia remains cold as a cod. Kaishin no Ichigeki, let's go.
Yeehaw.
We know that that shouldn't deal damage. Good.
Jeez, how much health does this guy have?
A lot of health.
We skipped a lot of the game and are very underleveled at this point. It's basically the issue. Okay, that is phase one
Hey.
down.
Woo! Oh, I grow tired of battling you. I think it's time I end this.
So time will be up as soon as the second phase is defeated. So be ready on time. The phase does have less HP.
Ah ha 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 ha! Time to get serious. With this perfect body, I'm afraid I won't be able to hold back. Ah ha 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 ha! Ah ha 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 ha!
Now this is a really cool design.
Yeah, that's an amazing sprite. An amazing sprite.
Kaishin no Ichigeki and time.
Yeah, that was it.
Final phase has 1 HP. How was that underestimated? Anyways, I will take it. Yeah, so we do have some cutscenes to go through.
I can't go on.
Main character and his 7 friends have finally managed to shatter Dr. Maka Maka's schemes. Once the Doctor was defeated, his castle began to self-destruct. No more will that ghostly form haunt this world, and the Maka Maka he led and who had made the world tremble in fear vanished off the face of the earth. Meanwhile, Dr. Pascal and all the other scientists gathered from around the world in Science Town, used the scientific formulas Dr. Yang had left behind to grasp the theory behind the amoebization ray, and strove to discover a way to reverse it. Thanks to these tireless efforts, those who had the misfortune to be transformed into amoeba were eventually able to return to their original bodies. This included the main character's parents. Life and energy returned to the cities, and the pale specter of fear waned from the people, for smiles had come again. The efforts of one brave young man and his 7 friends had saved the world. And 1 year later, 3 couples came together to be married. Let's just keep reading now because I think we want to probably try to finish up a little bit on the quicker side.
Guess I gotta pay the piper. But my toots is one beautiful lady. Come on, Mitchie. Let's get changed and get ready for the ceremony.
And then Mitchie says to the main character, "You better not say one word to him about me being born a man."
I'm super in love with my new darling.
You've done made me red as a cherry.
There truly is no avoiding karma from our past lives, but today shall be a happy occasion. The happiest, and the party food will be my greatest creations, so you will love them.
For context, the first of Moss's lines, it's the wrong line from elsewhere in the game for some reason.
That's great. Elle, congratulations on your marriage. You're so lucky, MC. I want to get married soon, too. See you later.
What are you two doing? You're still out here greeting people? Hurry up, everyone's waiting for you. The ceremony's about to start. So then everyone, let's have a lavish wedding for the heroes who saved us all.
Congrats, Johnny and Cynthia. Congrats, Michael and Mitchie. Congrats, MC and Elle.
It took everyone's courage and strength to restore this peace. May it last forever. So much happened on our journey, but I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, so that is the end of the script. There's some nice graphical glitches in the ending. But I think given where we are, I think we will leave it to you to find those cutscenes on your own to enjoy in all of their wonderful glitchy glory. So thank you to Limit Break for giving us this opportunity. And don't go anywhere because coming up next is GG Mago by Tigerion.
Thank you so much, dowolf and crew. What an absolutely amazing treat. And just incredible job with all the voice acting and all the storytelling that they were doing. It was really a treat to watch, and I hope everybody watching at home enjoyed it as well. Stay tuned. We are going to run a brief ad, but don't go anywhere because RPG Limit Break is coming right back to you right after this.
Let's change places. Hi, I am GhostKumo, and I've been summoned to the host desk as Palmer has, due to everything going on, Palmer had to take off a little bit early. So, being that I am one of the few hosts who are up, I'll be filling in for the next little run here before we get set up for the next block. But yes, we have upcoming a run of GG Mago Old and Young RPG Mini by Tigerion, who you also just saw up here. So while we're getting set up for that, just wanted to thank all of y'all who have been sticking with us through the overnight. It's been a real blast. We are so very close to 40K. Love to see us get to that very soon. As we're getting set up for the next run, I'd like to make a very brief announcement. We have hit over $40,000 raised for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Thank you all so very much. We were able to get over that threshold here with a $100 donation from Penguin with a Gun that says, I like boss fights. I love boss fights too.